Okay, so welcome guys to our first session of this training. And I just want to thank all the leaders who have managed to take their time to come out and pour and share their stories with you today. I think this is a new chapter we are starting in Africa, and we just said, you know what, guys, let's just have this training together. Let's just learn from each other. Let's see how we can take Africa to the next level. There are so many things that are happening in the different countries, in different environments. We've been affected by so many things differently. So we said, hang on, let's come together. Let's learn. Let's quicken our pace of learning from each other and sharing the different stories and taking Africa to the next level. I think we're starting a new chapter in Africa right now. So I just want to thank all the leaders who dedicated their time to be actually on this call. And I want you guys to give them all the attention and all the due respect, because these guys, they sacrifice their time to be with us today, to share and pour out their heart to us, so that at least we can learn and develop ourselves and go on to the next level. So guys, I'm going to call in upon our first speaker for today. This gentleman is, I mean, I've known him since I've been part of in the network marketing industry. And I've seen him grow his businesses, going through adversity, going through so many different challenges. And he's been in the corporate environment, and he's worked in, and he's now developed teams all over the world. And he's somebody who's got a heart to serve. He has won so many awards in serving and helping other people as well, and he's doing so well in this business. And he's somebody whom I sometimes call for assistance, for help. He's always willing and able to help, give a hand, and he works with his team, and he's developed and grown so many leaders around the world. And this guy, I don't know how he makes it working and surviving in such an environment where sometimes there's no currents. And I know they always say, hey, make a plan. And this gentleman has hit the rank of Ruby in our organization. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome my brother from another mother, Mr. Anand Patel. Are you there, my brother? Can you hear me?
I am. Thank you very much, Henry. I appreciate the kind introduction. I'm so excited to be here. And of course, guys, Henry is not only our host today, but he is one of our phenomenal leaders on the continent of Africa. He's also a Ruby agent here at Secret. So very excited to be here. I'm going to share my screen so we can actually go ahead and get the show on the road. Okay, so let me know if you can see this. I hope you can. There you go. Right, so my job today is really going to be to set the tone, understand what we're doing. So if you can hear me loud and clear, just raise your hands or put a thumbs up so I know I'm speaking to someone. I'm pretty much all dressed up and nowhere to go. Look at me, guys. I'm dressed up for Super Saturday for you, okay? So I got a message from Uganda just now saying you're very fancy. I was like, yeah, it's well, Zoom. We all get dressed up and we show up, because in Zimbabwe, we always make a plan. Okay, guys. So if we haven't met, my talk today is we're going to talk about stories a lot, okay? So the whole point is each story will have a connection. So get your notepads and we'll just have a bit of a chit chat in the beginning. Then I'll cover a bit of a training that I feel was fundamentally foundational to the lifestyle I lead today, okay? And of course, I'm only halfway where I want to be. So what I'm going to say is most people are dreamers when they're younger, and that I guess when they're younger or whatever, they're dreamers and they go on to becoming overly practical. I was practical and moved on or upgraded to becoming a dreamer. So it's actually a skill, right, to be a dreamer. So very simple. I was born in the United States. My parents were born here in Zimbabwe. I've lived in the UK. I've lived in Portugal. I've studied in both those countries. And of course, I'm based here in Zimbabwe. So it's been a very interesting and very privileged life, because that's also a privilege, right? To see the world, to become a bit more worldly, as we say. So there we go. So now let's move on. This is, and I think this is a summary of me in a nutshell. And I think each of you should be able to connect to some of them, okay? So first of all, being normal is boring. The photograph on the left, that was in the States. I was visiting my cousin. We went to the shops and we found that being normal is boring. It is literally the best sentence I've ever heard, right? So a little bit crazy. I'm a little bit serious. It depends, on the circumstance. Definitely a little bit fun-loving, again, on the circumstance. I am an introvert. So what people don't really always get is just because people go on stage, just because leaders are leaders, or they get into a leadership role, that doesn't mean they're extroverted, right? A lot of us, me, I don't know about everyone else, is introverted, but when I'm on stage or doing my work or my job or my function, I can be extroverted in the sense that I got to get things done. I don't know if that makes sense, but there's a lot of introverted extroverts and there's a lot of extroverted introverts. I hope that makes sense. I'm a little bit of a dreamer for sure now. I'm a realist when the time comes, need be. Especially when the dollar signs are on a sheet, then I'm a realist. I'm a little bit human, a little bit robotic in depending what I'm doing, right? Washing my face, robotic, and a little bit eccentric. And I hope each of you are a little bit of those things as well, okay? So that's just a bit of an introduction to me. And now we're gonna go into the story, right? I was born prematurely. That's my twin sister on the right, and on the left is me. And it's really funny because like I'm smiling there and she's so serious, but if you meet us now, she's the bubbly socialite, the extrovert, always meeting people and going out, and I'm happy to stay at home and have a cup of tea and meet absolutely nobody. So it's just different. But we were premature because we were twins back in those days. I mean, we're going to turn 43 in a couple of weeks' time. So couple weeks. God, that was scary. So that's where I start off, and really that in itself is a statement. Each of us come from our mothers, obviously, but we come from an army of sperm, and only one sperm got through, and that's you, right? And that's why they always say you are a winner the day you were born, whether you remember that in your older years or not, right? In my case, I was put into incubation for a couple months, and then because of the premature, usually when you have fraternal twins, girl, boy, the boy usually is weaker, and if there's one that's going to pass away at birth, it's usually the male. Statistically, the male dies at birth. So that's just one of those weird factoids, and there's always some, health issue going on, which I kind of like, we always knew that, I get a cold, I get, sick here and there. That's why the nutrition stuff at Secret really has changed the game for me. But what we found out like 40 years later is I actually had a hole in my heart. So I always had one, I just didn't know it was from birth. But I'm grateful I didn't know, because you don't need to make those problems. You don't, only if you give something focus does it become a massive deal. And in this case, not giving it focus and exercising and doing what normal kids did, and I even hiked up Mount Everest not knowing about this little hole in my heart. And it has caused no problems. I'm not saying that's medical advice. I'm just saying sometimes it's not worth focusing on certain things. Okay. Now, what it says at the bottom is premature birth to social anxiety, because my sister was the social one. And I always was very socially anxious and awkward, just generally speaking. If I had to walk into a big room with 200-300 people, I know that's not very common for many of you, but I'm an Indian. So before COVID, I had to walk into rooms with 300 people all the time. Usually our weddings are about 300 to 400. So, it's the typical Indian thing. So I used to always make a beeline for wherever I could spot a family member or one friend of mine or something. I used to just beeline straight, and I couldn't see anyone else. It just blurred out. So that was just the way I was. And what I'm here to talk to you about really is understanding that anyone can change based on what your goalpost is. Okay, so depending your goalpost, if your goalpost is to live a life of abundance, a life of development, a life of color, excitement, adventure, if that's what you are doing, then you need to know that is exactly what we're going to focus on, right? So I'm not sure if you saw that picture, but that's the before one. And then of course I've grown up now, and this is a little bit after. Now, what I'm trying to get to is, it doesn't matter where we are. Until about 8 years ago, I would say I was the guy who worked behind a desk. I used to kind of avoid any presentation. I used to never, at work, I never used to stand up and do anything like that. And what happened was, once you start designing your life, so I'm going to go through a topic which I hope will help you guys with this. Once you start knowing your end goal, and many of us think we know what we want, but we do not know what we truly want. And that's when things change, because you become that person that you need to become, right? And I'm not saying, oh, like that's so fake. No, well, Beyonce, the world famous singer, she has an alter ego on stage. So she has a specific alter ego name on stage, but when you see her off stage, in her normal day-to-day routine, she is described as timid. I mean, my aunt in New York even met her, well, not met her, but saw her and met her actually in a pizza shop. And literally everything you hear on social media about her private life, she's very timid. She is actually very timid. So you can have a personality appropriate for your goalpost. My goalpost was, I did want adventure. I always loved travel. Yeah, even though I'm a slight introvert, I have a very small group of friends. I would literally, travel with one or two people, even traveling alone. How insulated I was in my own being, that even if I was meeting friends, I remember once I was going to Vietnam on vacation, and they were arriving, say, tomorrow. I specifically booked my flight to arrive the day before because I wanted my own time and space in a new country and culture before they came and bombarded it. So it's just a weird way. But my point is, if you know where you're going, or you know where you want to end up, then you can highlight the traits that you need in your character, your personality. You can say, I'm so shy. Well, that's okay. You can be shy, all the time at home. But you need to know, when you put on those shoes and that jacket, you got to put on your alter ego. So I'm going to ask you today, each of you, maybe if you are kind of that person like I was, or Beyonce, you want to give yourself an alter ego name. I don't know what you're going to give it. Type it in the comments. Put the funniest name that you can possibly think of as an alter ego for yourself. And that's going to help you just go, snap, this person's on. And that is the game you play with yourself until you get to the place you want to be, okay? So that's gonna help you guys in understanding that. So my goal was always living a life of full color, learning something. Many of us stopped reading after college or university. I know I did. I used to fall asleep reading. I'm really good at reading when it's time to fall asleep. And that was pretty much that was me, unfortunately. But I knew I wanted to still develop and learn. I love learning. I love anything to do with anything to do with anything I want to learn about. The world, the economy, the environment, science, it doesn't matter. Yes, Daniela, you need to find one. Definitely find an alter ego name. Kembu, okay, I like that one. Queen Boss Lady, there you go. So you need to know your name. If you have that issue, like I had for a long, long time, you need to know your name. I didn't have a name, by the way. I went for an Alpha Dynamics brain course years and years ago when I was very young. My dad insisted my sister and I went. And one of the things I learned was triggering, right? So a trigger. So I literally have to do this. If you've ever seen me on stage, training at a conference hall or convention or whatever, before getting on that steps, I literally do this, by the way. That's my trigger. So I even before a presentation on Zoom or a presentation at home, that's my trigger. So I just, that's how I get my groove on. And as soon as everyone's gone, I'm back to myself. I just like, hey, whatever. Lillian has sunshine. Queen Hadassah has hurricane. I love it. So everyone understands what I'm saying. Okay, good. So now let's move forth. So what I do want you to know is, and many of you, if you've heard me speak before, I apologize. You might be hearing a bit of a repeat. But given the fact that we're in the new world of secret, the beautiful world of health, nutrition, vibrancy, glowing skin, all these things, and travel, I think it's important to touch back and base on that. Now, a few years back, in my early 30s, I decided, I had a brainwave, okay? So I was sitting on the plane, I was reading a magazine, the British Airways magazine, and they just had a little column of a guy who went to Mount Everest. And I just thought, how do you do that? And I just read this small little article, and I don't know what happened, but this is how your environment can influence you without you knowing, positive or negative. I was reading that little column, probably went to sleep, I don't remember, and it just stuck at the back of my head, okay? 3 months later, I booked myself to Mount Everest. So basically, seeds are planted whether you know it or not, depending on what you listen to, what you watch, what you read, pretty much everything, who you speak to, all that kind of stuff. So that little seed in my head said, Anand, you need to prepare for this and you're going to do it. Because I've never hiked in my life. I didn't own a pair of hiking boots. I didn't even own hiking gear. I don't even know what that was. And I literally just went from zero to on Mount Everest, okay? And we went to, obviously not the summit, people. I went to base camp, which is base camp level 1 is the same height as Kilimanjaro summit, okay? About 18,500 feet, but there you go. And it literally showed me something. Number one, anything is possible if you are prepared. Mentally, more than anything else. And of course, you need a bit of physical. It wasn't crazy, by the way. I'm not exactly the buff guy, but I'm fit. I was fit. I made sure every day I did 1 hour of fitness training with Mr. Zimbabwe. So I made sure for 3 months I had the right training. But the point was very simple. Once the decision was made, it was executed, right? And it was the most beautiful journey I've ever done in my life. You know, I injured myself on day 2. I should tell you, because I didn't know, I've never hiked. I didn't know that you have to wear your hiking boots in, soften them before you use them. It's like ballet shoes, I guess, I don't know. And I literally ordered them online and put them on the day I landed. And that's it. I injured myself because they were like rock solid. You couldn't wear them. And then I was, you know, in pain, but it really was still through the pain. I saw the beauty. I saw the experience. I remembered. Sometimes pain helps you remember achievements, remember obstacles and how you broke through. So it was kind of a very interesting journey. My point in this example and story is don't shy away from adventure and challenge. Don't shy away from a thought that you may have had. Just, oh, what if? What if I wrote a book? Or what if I was an agony aunt in an online magazine? Whatever, go do it, okay? Go do it. It will help you in making money. It'll help you in winning at Secret. Everything before I came to Secret was preparation for Secret, okay? You are simply on a journey of preparation. That's all it is. So what I decided a while ago was I'm going to be a worldly citizen and a lifestyle expert. I just wanted to, I like things. I don't know, how many of you, you know, each of us have different things. Like I've traveled with many of you on the call actually, right? So some of you on the call I've traveled with. Some of the leaders especially I've traveled with. I've had the blessing to travel with Joanna, Hadassah, you know, so many people I can't even start talking about it. Like we have had such good times. I'm just gonna look at who's the participants. Henry, of course, we've done. Martin and I have been on a trip together. Dinah, we've been to spas around. You know, we just want to go spa and massage all the time. So the point is very simple. Once you decide what you want to do and what be, the end goal matters now. I wanted to make sure that worldly does not mean you have tons of money and you can travel first class. That's for show. You guys need to stop living in Instagram Live. You need to be authentic with yourselves and genuine with the person you want to become. All right. And I you know, sometimes I really get turned off with this whole Instagram shiny lifestyle, and some people pose their way through it. And, you know, you don't want that because that's not real. That's not going to keep you grounded enough to make your millions of dollars. Okay. Sustainable, let me rephrase it, sustainable millions of dollars or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, whatever your goal is. Okay. And what it was very simple. You know, you can travel on a budget, on a backpack. It doesn't matter. It makes you a good cultural ambassador. And once people, friends and families, your prospects start seeing you as someone that is actually credible and has a respect for the world, the environment, the people, I don't know, the animals, the culture, the everything, things start changing. Okay, so this is a few examples of travels. We'll start on the left-hand side. That was Turks and Caicos. Okay, so I knew I wanted to be able to go. That friend on the right-hand side, she literally said, what is going on in your life? Because no one flies to Turks and Caicos in the Caribbean for two. Now I went there for the weekend. I know it sounds crazy. I even went to Singapore for the weekend. It sounds crazy, I know. But the point is, I just said, you know what? Life is happening, things are happening, and I'm excited about life, okay? And so that's Turks and Caicos. The middle one is, if you've never been in Thailand, it's the Sanctuary of Truth. Truth. It takes all the religions of the world and carves it out. So that was there. That was on a training with Mark Aceta. Amazing, amazing. On the right hand was, I think it was, not Berlin, it was Madrid. That Sashin over there, a bit younger, of course, he wanted to go shopping or pretend we're shopping, and we did stupid things, and we just had a blast of a week. I think it was like 5 days or something. Taking my mom to New York and going to the orchid exhibition, charity work in Zimbabwe. That was in Victoria Falls, that little baby who I wanted to kidnap, and just understanding that you can start small and go big. One of my friends actually, Gwyneth Lloyd. So one of my friends, Gwyneth Lloyd, she was actually in charge of she's in charity work. That's what she does. Some of you may remember or know her. But simply put, she told me one thing. I may not be able to afford to sleep at the Four Seasons, but I can have a cup of coffee and cake at the Four Seasons. There's a lesson in that, guys. Start small, build up, okay? I started by having coffee and cake in luxury hotels, not because of her advice. It's something I did at university. I'm going back to 1990, like 1998, 97, 90, like that, those years, okay, when I was at university. And I used to do that then. So it was ingrained in me that I deserve more. I deserve luxury. And if all I can have is a cup of coffee that's served to me in a nice place, I will enjoy my surroundings to the full extent. Those of you that know me, you know I love nice things. I love good things. Now I'm in a place where I obviously can not only have the cake and coffee, I'm sleeping at them, I'm staying there for a week at a time, I'm enjoying these kind of things. It took a while to build up, but what is your persona? What is your profile? What is the person, the title that you want to be known as? Okay, so that's a little chit chat over there. Now, we're going to talk about converting dreams to reality. So here comes the training, and it's very simple. My training is not complicating by any means. I hope it's not complicating by any means. I'm just checking this. Authenticity. Spas. Thank you, Dinah. I'm ready to book into a spa right now. Dinah, FYI, if you're on the call, well, you're on the call. I am booked in for a spa. I'm in Dubai. I'm going for 2 weeks. So I suggest you get on with it and you meet me there. We're going to be going. Okay, so converting dreams to reality, guys. Now, number one, it takes effort to build your life and or your lifestyle, okay? It takes effort. So do not think you sit back and meditate and that's it. It's active meditation. It's active visualization. So you need to put in some time and energy. My point is you need to get a book or a notepad and make some notes. If you don't put pen to paper when it comes to building your life or your lifestyle, it doesn't usually happen. And there's studies to show that, but nonetheless. Now, vision boards. So what I've got here is a rolled up piece of cardboard. Henry, do not be disappointed with me. What happened, I had my vision board ready, obviously. And I wanted to show you a sample of it so you get an idea. And night before last at midnight, my side table, I have a very funky Japanese Zen bedroom, which is like suspended. There's no legs on my furniture. It's all like floating. Of course, at midnight, the whole cabinet fell off the wall and smashed everything literally just went to smithereens. So yeah, anyways, so I quickly got a piece of card so you guys would understand that you just buy a piece of card at an art shop or whatever. And I'm going to talk about vision board because many of us, I went to go study this last year to understand why is it that my visions for myself, not everything is coming true. And it's some do and some don't, right? And after doing a lot of research and studying a lot of different people who actually went to go do the science of how vision boards work, it's not what you think, guys. Okay, what many of us are thinking is the following. You think that, I'm just going to unshare and I'll come back to sharing again. There you go. Okay. Oh, well, okay, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to share again. Sorry about that, guys. There you go. So many of us think that what we need to do is get magazines or, Pinterest or Google Pictures and pretty much download every single picture with a beach on it for your travel section and every picture with like a 6-pack for your health and every picture of everything. My point is, what I learned was this. Cluttered vision boards are a good sign of you're not going to get what you want. Okay, so what I mean by that is when you open up your cardboard here, and you can make it smaller than this. I cut this in half because you're going to frame it, by the way. At the end of it, when you do your vision board, you actually frame it. You spend moolah, you spend money to frame it. Do not be the cheap ass who gets glue tack and sticks it on your wall. Do not do that. Now, why do I say that? When you put money to it, you're showing it value and respect. When you frame it, you're showing it a central point, and you're telling your mind and body that this is important. You only frame things that are important. So frame it in a way where you can click it off and unframe it every year so you can put in a new one, okay? So do it like that if you want. Now, what I found out, the clutter, all the pictures, all that stuff, it tells your brain that you don't know what you want. And in fact, your brain, your subconscious does not know what one thing in that corner to focus on. So what I would love to see is vision boards, and the way to do it is have a vision board that is mostly plain. In other words, there's no pictures on it. So if I have a vision board here, okay, This corner over here, I may have my travel goal for the year, okay? And I would say be specific. Put in a specific beach or a resort. I put in hotels. Like I know where I want to sleep. I know where I want to eat. And I know what churches and temples and museums I want to visit, okay? I have a list of these things. And I started doing that a couple years ago. And that's when, I'm not kidding you guys. I mean, before COVID, if some of you know me, I think for 4 years flat, I traveled 6 months or more, 6 to 6.5 months every single year. But it took me a good 10 years to get to that stage. It took a while, right? But the point is on that vision board, if you want to go to Maldives, put in one picture, one beautiful picture of Maldives and just write the word Maldives. Don't go put in Zanzibar, Maldives, this. In other words, anything will go and nothing will happen, okay? If you have money goals, like secret, I have a corner here and I'll put a dollar figure, okay? Not just everything, be very clear, dollar figure, and it's for the year. I do it for the year, and then put in maybe a rank, okay? Because in secret, what's easy, just get your recognition poster, okay? Put yourself in there and just say, right, well, my goal is diamond or ruby or platinum or bronze, okay? There is no shame in any goal, and I always say, start small, tick those things off. When you can start ticking things off your vision board and crossing them, you're telling your brain, done, move on to the next one, done, move on to the next one. Okay, whereas some people want to eat the elephant in one go. Doesn't work. Okay, so a very clean, simple, decluttered vision board is going to get you what you want. Just trust me, I did a whole workshop on this. Trust me, do this. Most people, including myself in the beginning, we jump in, we get excited, we run, and things aren't happening. It's because we didn't lay the foundation. We didn't write a names list of 100 people. We didn't actually do a vision board and actually put it in our room framed properly. Now, the other thing that you do once you have a vision board, it only takes 5 minutes a day, and you want to do it twice a day, ideally, but most people do not do that. So I actually, anything that has to be done systematically, and I don't want to allocate brain space, or I don't want excuses not to do it, I actually put a reminder on my alarms. Okay, so if it's 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening, I'll give you an example. At 8:30 every day PM, it says abs. I literally, wherever I am, I lie down or sit down and do abs, okay? At 4:45, 4:45, I go for a 30-minute walk every day. So it just goes off and I just go do my thing. So this is another way to do that, okay? Now, using your subconscious to find solutions to challenges. Your subconscious is smarter than your conscious. In other words, the people of you paying attention and watching me right now, just know that this is the dumber version of you, because the smarter version of you is usually when you're sleeping, it's your subconscious, guys. I'm just saying, science is science and it works. What I'm going to tell you to do is the following, and it's actually scientifically proven. I did a lot of reading on this. Write down, just before you go to bed, write down a challenge, a problem you're facing, whatever it may be, write it down as in, how can I, how can this be solved? Write that down and just go to bed after that. Your subconscious will take your last active thought, and actually impregnate it because you're writing it down, and it will actually process and work through that. And trust me when I say people wake up with ideas unlike before, or more zeal and motivation. Right? And procrastination kind of moves away. So you might want to start using the subconscious tool, which is write it down. Obviously, a lot more detail, but not appropriate for today's training. And I always like to say this, control focus, not time. I was the #1 candidate to be obsessed with time management. Every one of you that has ever chatted to me, I'm obsessed. Like I literally have color coding, I have compartmentalizations. I got the deal going on, right? That's why I can manage 3 or 4 businesses. I do secret, I do this, I do that. I'm always juggling something, but it's focus, not time. Now, what does that mean? What's more important in your life is the ability to focus, especially when you're doing a part-time business like Secret. So the fact that you have the ability to focus with no distractions, no notifications, no Facebook and Instagram, just control your ability to focus, okay? And many of us have struggles. Actually, not many. Every single person on this call is struggling with that. It's just a reality check. We are pathetic. Humans have become pathetic. We cannot have dinner with our family without checking our phones. We can't have a conversation and look our children in the eyes because we're distracted with like everything else. We need to learn how to focus. Focus equals money. Focus equals money. Money for me equals freedom. And money for me equals security. So you need to have a good relationship with money and not be scared of saying the word money and how much you want and why you want it. But if you control focus, not time, you will get more things done. Okay, and it's a process. I've been fighting this battle for a long time. I no longer fight with it. I just go with the flow. If I have a day that's not working out too well, I'm okay. I just write that day off and say, hey, it was, okay, whatever. Stick a mask on. Get a secret mask from back here. Stick it on, and hey, I was productive. I put a mask on. I use my product. Yeah, it's okay. Go with the flow, but control focus. And of course, at the end of each day, especially maybe when you're writing down your subconscious solution finding thing, you can write down your 3 wins for the day. 3 wins, okay? It may be being kind to somebody like your neighbor. It may be making your 10 phone calls for secret. It may be ordering your products and getting 1 person signed up. It may be making breakfast for your spouse in the morning. I don't know. Anything. So don't be like this. You're not a racehorse, guys. We're humans. We're not racehorses. We are humans. So everything is multifaceted. I'm not obsessed about one thing. Secret is a part of my life, but so is my family. So is prayer. So is my neighbor. So is everything else. Now, is secret more important than many of them? Yeah, it is. Okay, it's a huge priority, but I don't allocate more time to it. I actually allocate focus to it. Okay, so that's kind of fun. So I hope that does help you guys understanding what we're talking about over here. I hope anyways. So now, last but not least, and I got 2 minutes left. I think Moyo's gonna be like, get off. Okay, so my favorite secret product. I don't have a favorite secret product. The reason I say this, and I thought about this quite a lot, it's like saying I like one thing in Apple. I don't. I like the ecosystem. I like the philosophy. I like the elegance of Apple. I like the display, that kind of thing. So with secret, I like the philosophy. I like the technology. And I love the science of it, okay? The ingredients of it. So I'll give you an example right now. So better to ask instead. It's like when you're saying, well, what are you reading right now? You're not reading the same book the whole year, right? So to me, that's how I look at it. Now, I know there's favorites out there. I've got all my members, all my friends, all my family. There's certain favorites. They love it. But I'm just going to go with this vibe of, hey, I kind of like everything and I'm trying everything out. So right now I'm drinking my protein shake, right? It's a funny old grandmother's mug. I don't know why I got given this mug, but anyways, my staff obviously thought I needed a grandmother's mug. But I got my protein shake in here. So I like the protein shake. Why? Compared to anything else out there, it actually has sprouted ingredients, okay? And that is important. Enzymes are activated with water. They get activated, they sprout. Think about it, a seed this big, if it's sprouted and activated with water and soil and all that, it can grow into an oak tree, a massive tree. The energy in a seed, or even eating seeds, by the way, and nuts, the energy in that, especially if it's activated with water, is huge. So the fact that we have activated, which means sprouted ingredients in here, there's 4 of them actually, they're sprouted in this protein shake. It's very expensive, guys, to have sprouted ingredients, which is why this is better than everything else. So my proteins at the moment, I always have greens. This is going to be my all-time favorite forever. This is one of my favorites, so I will say this is a favorite. Take it every day. Like Henry, I just don't have it in the packet. Can you see this? It's energy in here, okay? Now, I don't take it every day, but I take it about 3 times a week. I'm not really into caffeine. I've been actually going off of caffeine for a while, but I struggle and really truly suffer with, it's hard to explain it. It can get to 2:30, and I literally get to the point where I have to go under my table. And I just fall asleep. I get so tired, and I don't understand why, but I do everything else. I'm usually okay, but there's sometimes that I'm I just fall asleep, and not because of lack of sleep or anything. I just get this knock of exhaustion. But what I do, my little secret is, I take this baby not in the afternoon. I take this at about 6:30 a.m. Okay, I take my 2 recovers and this in my water, and that day, whenever I do that, those days are highly productive, and I love them. Now, here is my product little thing. Okay, so this is not my shirt. This is a sweatband. Okay, I don't know if there's a way for Mr. Moyo. I'm going to unshare. Henry, is there a way to zoom into just me on the screen, just because I want to show people this little funny thing here? I don't know if there's a way. If there isn't, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you already zoomed onto you.
Oh, I am. Okay, okay. On my side, I'm not. Okay, cool. So anyhow, there we go. So this is the weird little hack. So instead of asking me the favorite product, because I'm trying all the skincare products, I'm trying everything, and I pretty much adopt that, what I like and what works for me. But here's a hack. Number one, money is money, and we don't want to waste money. Okay. So first hack is going to be this bottle here. So you don't have to use Evian or some silly thing. You can use tap water if it's filtered. But if you spray your face, and I don't spray my face like this, I just spray it like this. If you spray some mineral water and dab it on after you wash your face and everything, or before you're going to put product, you will literally use half the product that you are currently using. My point is always less is more, and quality over quantity. Our quality is so superb that you do not need tons of product. In fact, if you use too much of it, it's not going to serve you so well, right? You're going to get greasy and oily. So my hack, and I've been using this for years and years and years, by the way, I have a bunch of bottles like everywhere, but you just spray a bit of water onto your face before you apply serum, face cream, even for guys, the face cream that we use, the all-in-one, or you're using one of the other ranges, the blue range or whatever. I always do that. And inevitably, I can use one product for longer than you can, right? Especially for people that dig and think more is better. It's not. When it comes to quality ingredients and high grade ingredients, your skin does not need tons, okay? It's a thin layer, you don't need a lot. And by the way, water helps absorb active ingredients. So if you're putting things on dry skin, it's actually not penetrating as well. So active ingredients are absorbed because you are actually putting water. It buffers the cells, and in between the cells is like cement. It softens that and it penetrates. People think pores, the pores in our faces, they think they open when you have hot water or you steam your face and close when it's cold. Not true. Scientifically, not true. The collagen over time breaks down, so it opens up the pores. That's about it. So you really need to be hydrated. And I'm going to tell you the second one. This is me. Okay, I have OCD. I don't know about you. If you guys get this when you wash your face, like I'm like a teenager in the bathroom, like washing my face is going everywhere. It goes down my sleeves, my t-shirt gets wet. If it's winter, my pajama sleeves get wet and then I'm cold again. If that's you want to get 2 sweatbands. I got on Amazon literally for tennis. You just put this on, wash your face, the water gets absorbed here, nothing gets wet, and you are good to go. So that's my little hack for using our products, okay? Sweatbands and some water. It's gonna change the game. All right, guys, on that note, I wanna say thank you very much to our amazing host, our amazing leader, and all the leaders that are coming forth right now. I'm privileged to be on the panel with them, and I appreciate each of you for your time, and I hope this helped. Do not cheat yourself. Get the clean vision board done, very simple vision board. Get your subconscious notes on paper and treat yourself to some energy and some greens. Okay, guys, I will see you later. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Anand. We truly appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much. And guys, I've learned actually a lot from this. So comment in the box, what's your takeaway from what Anand has said? And I can tell you one thing, when you talked about the spam, hey, I know what some of you are now thinking now when you talk about the spam. I'm not talking about that. But when you look at the spam, how it was and how I've become that I came from that spam. And now I look at myself and say, hey, I've got a greater opportunity to do more now than what I did when I was a spam, than what I am right now. So guys, let's take it the next level. I want to quickly introduce our next speaker. I think she's on the call now. I mean, this lady, I've seen her. She's somebody who's committed, dedicated, and I've worked with her for quite some time. And she has remained focused, and despite all the challenges, all the adversities that most of these guys, I know most of you think the road is smooth and everything for everybody. The road is not smooth, but people make their road smooth for themselves. So she's one of the ladies who has made it and ensured that at least she made her road smooth, and she's hit the rank of silver. And I know some of you might think what she has gone through to hit that rank, it's something out of this world. The sacrifices she has made, it's really, really amazing. And let's give it up for our next speaker, all the way from Nigeria. Hawa Nasidi, are you on the call, my sister? Let's see if I can get Hawa. Are you on the call, my sister? You can take it away. Hawa, can you hear me? I know she was having some
network. Good morning.
Yes.
Yes, I'm having a little bit of a network issue. I don't know
Brilliant.
if you can see me. Okay, let me see the light.
Can see you nicely here.
Yes. My morning light is a bit too much, so let me just, aha, I think this is better.
Yes.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Coach. Thank you for having me. Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me on this presentation. Thank you so much for such a wonderful introduction. He is an amazing coach, an amazing leader. We sure all rely on him here in Nigeria. He's such a great person inside out. Today, I will be talking to you about the hair products. The hair products from Secrets. Now, I'm talking about the hair products because it's something that I have used, and that's what I use continuously every time. I not only use it, my children also use it. I have 5 daughters. My husband has 3, so 2. So we have 7 girls in the house. And most of us have decided, especially me, we've decided to stop using chemicals for our hair. We decided to go natural. So while using natural, you have to look for products that will take care of your hair very well and make it easy for you to handle and manage when you want to make braids or whatever style you want to use you want to do for your hair. Now, the hair develops buildup after a couple of weeks or days. It depends on actually individuals. Some are very active, so they have a lot of sweat coming out of their pores, both on their skin and their hair, everywhere around your body. Your skin oozes out pores. Your pores rather on the skin oozes out oils. That's sebum. It's called sebaceous oils. So now that sebum gets to mix up with the environment, that is either the dust or smoke or whatever that has settled on your skin, and it's mixed up with the sweat and the oils that the sebum come out, and then they tend to create a buildup on your hair scalp. Now that buildup, sometimes a lot of us mistake it for hair dandruff. Meanwhile, it's not always that it's dandruff. Most times the hair becomes flaky and dry because after a couple of times you're not taking care of the scalp, it becomes dry and it's scaly and it falls off. And now when it's falling off, it looks like dandruff. But most times it's not dandruff. It's just the fact that you don't take care of that buildup that happens. Okay, I forgot one other thing. And also the products that you use, lots of times or most times leave some sort of remnants on your hair scalp. It depends on the type of products and the company. So now I will tell you that congratulations. Good to hear. With Secrets, no more buildup on your hair. Once you use this, that's the pure salt. You see it? I hope you can see that clearly. I hope I showed you very clearly. Yeah, the pure salt. I'm sure you got a good look of that. Now, it's for hair and scalp. It's a purifying hair and scalp shampoo, and it does an amazing job for your scalp. Now, if you when you're washing your hair, of course, the first thing we do is we add water first. When you add a little bit of water, and then you now take a handful or a scoopful of this and you rub it on your scalp. Now you use your fingers to dig in and make sure it touches everywhere on your scalp. Immediately it touches your scalp, you come to have a sensation. There's this sensation that I get when I'm using it. Oh, I don't even know how to describe it. It is so heavenly. It uplifts. By the time I'm done and I wash it with warm water, it uplifts my hair, my scalp rather. It revitalizes it. It feels so. In fact, I'm sure the scalp will start singing heavenly songs because you've done a lot for it for that day. Now, after using that and you're done with it, that's when you can go and use your regular shampoo, the mud shampoo. Look at it there. Then you use your mud shampoo. It is SLS free, and it's rich with minerals. So by the time you use this shampoo, you will now see the hair. Like, yes, I forgot to tell you, this does not lather or foam too much, but don't bother yourself with that, because immediately you apply it, you start feeling its impact on your scalp. So when you're applying this would lather very well. So once you apply, you can now wash it off and then use your regular conditioner. That's the mud conditioner. It's hydrating. It returns a lot of things that have been lost in your hair. Now, after using that, I sometimes, not always, I I sometimes have to use this. Now, the reason why I use this is so amazing. Can you see it very well? Yeah, the mud hair mask. Before using Secret products, what I usually do is I use natural products to deep condition my hair. Now, you need to always deep condition your hair like twice a month if you can, if not at least once a month, because you've treated it with a lot of things. The hair, you've pulled it this way, that way, you've done different styles, especially for us ladies. Sometimes we use extra hair to make it look longer and beautiful. There's nothing wrong with that, but you need to pamper it a little bit and make it regain its lost quality and lusciousness. So you need to always deep condition your hair at least once a month. Now, while this deep conditioning, I told you I used to use just natural products, not products, rather natural, like bananas, um, uh, pear, and what have you, avocado pear. So those are the things I usually use for deep conditioning. But since I discovered this, I no longer use them again, because it does much more than that. Believe it's unbelievable, but it does much more than those ones I was using before. Now, most of the time, if I use bananas, I have to sit down and pick out the pieces of the leftover. Bananas have some tiny. Maybe you've never noticed. You just eat them, but there's some tiny seeds in the middle. So after using the bananas, I had to sit down and comb through and pick out. So it gives me a lot of stress. Now, with the discovery of this, I just dumped that routine. I now use my mud hair mask, which I use twice a month. And now, when you're using that, after you must have used the pure salt, and then you use the shampoo, then you come and use this. But before I do this, I usually have gray hairs, and I use henna to dye it. So while using henna to dye it, henna gives your hair strength. If you're using henna, it gives your hair strength, and it has one other thing it does to your hair. It takes away the moisture from your hair. So not a lot of people know that. So once you use a henna conditioner or whatever henna, I use the natural green henna. We have it abound everywhere in Africa. We have it, especially in Nigeria. We have henna everywhere. So once you have the dry one, the leaves, you dry it up, and you use it in powder, in a paste form for your hair. A couple of minutes, it takes out a lot of moisture. So even though it gives your hair strength and it makes it beautiful, the color, but it takes moisture. So now that is why another reason for me to deep condition with this. While deep conditioning with this, it rehydrates the hair. It makes it looks beautiful. It makes the color of the henna pops out, and it makes my hair look beautiful. Unfortunately, I cannot show you my hair. Being a Muslim, I have to be Sharia compliant. However, believe me when I tell you that Ziggy, I think, knows. She's seen my hair a couple of times. You can ask her; she will confirm for you. And then once you use this, you can either use the heat while conditioning, or you can just condition it without the heat. Some of us prefer to use the heat. Some of us prefer to just use it like that. So if you're using the heat, you can keep it for 15 minutes, or without the heat, you can keep it for 30 minutes on. And then after a couple of minutes, you wash it off. My God, the way you will discover your hair after washing this, you will thank Secrets. You pray for Secrets over and over again. Please, as I'm telling you, do this. Try it and see. And now after that, you've washed out the hair, you can now use the hair serum. Look at it. Seen it? Yes, the hair serum. that makes nourishing the hair. It just gives your hair some silky, beautiful touch and feel to it. Once you use this, you've completed your regimen. Well, if you like, you can use the hairspray, especially if you're going to style your hair and step out of the house, for those of us that leave our hair open. But for those of us that don't show off the hair, we just use it and we cover it up. Sometimes my hairstylist in the salon will scream, "What are you doing? I've done everything and you're covering it." I will tell her, well, yes, I'm a Muslim. I can't walk out with my hair open. I'm so sorry. So, well, yes, that's about it. I'd like to also point out that you don't need, yes, what Adnan just finished saying is true. You don't need a lot of it. You don't need a lot. Because the products are so good, the quality is super. You don't need a lot of the ingredients before you can apply. So like I started using all these my products, I started using them in April. Now we're in August. They're still not done. If you were here, you'll have had a feel of it. It's still quite a lot inside. You just need a little to use it. As long as you use it the right way, you just take a little bit of it. The one that I think I've even finished up is this, because I love it. I love this. It does a lot of it. Emancipated my hair. My scalp, sorry. So I use a lot of it. I love it. When I'm applying it, I apply it generously. But you don't need to be like me but even then, from April to now, we're in how many months? See, it still took quite a long time before I could even finish a tub of it. And I do hope you all try it. And as we told you, don't need to apply so much of it. Just a little will do the great job for you. So thank you very much for having me. I hope my presentation was helpful to everybody. Thank you very much, Coach. It's nice to be amongst all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hawa, for sharing such, being shared. You know, guys, I've got these products. My daughter's always trying to tell me about this, but sometimes we don't pay attention. And one thing I can tell you is I've just learned, I will also start, even if you think I don't have hair, I have it. I'm going to start using some of all these products. I just buy some of these products so that at least I know about them. But now I know better and I know more information. So comment in the what at least your takeaway there from what Hawa has shared us, and just put in a comment. What is it that at least you found out and learned from this from his session as well? And I think if we're paying attention already, now I know how to position myself with this hair product. It's something that I was not pushing much, and now I know how to position myself using these products. So guys, we're gonna fly again to one of my brothers. This gentleman is always making a plan, always available, always there to help and assist and to jump. This is one thing I'm just realizing and seeing most about these leaders that we have on this call. They are willing to help. They are willing to do something. They are willing to work, and they are willing to assist others win and succeed as well. This gentleman is based in the United Kingdom, and he's Zimbabwean. He's a social worker, team manager in the UK, and he works so hard. He has hit the rank of platinum, and he's got massive teams in different countries as well, and he's making things happen. Guys, let's welcome our platinum agent, Aaron Zinyanya. My brother, are you there on the call? Aaron, are you there, my brother? Can you hear me? All right, we need to unmute one of your devices, my brother. Aaron, let's see how we can. Okay, Aaron, can you hear me? Okay, let me see if, okay, let's see. You should be able to unmute yourself, Aaron. Aaron, you can unmute yourself now.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. I think my internet had dropped, so I think it put me on on another gadget as co-host, so I couldn't. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and
Can you
clear,
see
my
me?
brother.
Okay, great. Can I just share my screen?
Go ahead. It's all yours, my brother.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Ruby Agent, Henry, and all the leaders that have really put this together. I think Africa is on fire, and I just want to appreciate everybody who is on this call, because for you to show up, it shows that you really want to build this business. So I'm super excited. So like we've heard, my name is Aaron Zinyanya. I'm a Zimbabwean but based in the United Kingdom. I'm a social worker by profession, with a first degree in social work as well as a master's degree in social work. And I'm currently a team manager. And let me just put a disclaimer. I'm doing this very part-time. Lest there may be some professionals that are on this call and they're saying, can I do it? Yes, you can do it. It's just you really making a decision to say you want to do it. So I'm really excited to be really amongst these giants in our industry, sharing our opportunity. So because of time, just so this is my family, and that's I'm a father with 3 children. One gentleman you are seeing there, and the 2 beautiful girls there, and that's on the right is my beautiful wife. I think she's one of the most beautiful ladies I've ever met in my life. So these are the people that drives me to really work so much hard, and with them I work with a purpose. And when I became part of the network marketing industry, my first sign up was my wife. She has been there on my side. If there are couples that are on here, you need to work together as a family. And my children, they know all our business. They know even our products. Even the little girl can name each of our products. Let me get straight into it. So this is my story, because some people, they think when they're seeing these leaders, they see them as extraterrestrial or people that are coming from Mars. We are real people with real issues, just like anybody who is on this call. Now, I was born in a family of 3, but let me say to you, you don't choose whichever family you were born, or you don't choose that. But what you choose is your destiny. You can't choose your parents. You can't choose your siblings. But what you choose is your destiny. So I was born in a humble family. I've experienced everything. The poverty, I've experienced it. But it was that upbringing that has really influenced my vision and what I'm doing now. Because growing up, I grew up in a family that was caring and loving. In that midst of us not having, even sometimes my parents struggling to get money to pay fees for me, but that vision for me, but that love has really nurtured me. It was that upbringing that gave me also that spirit of teamwork, that spirit of umundu. We are, I am because we are. It was that upbringing. And I remember when I was growing up heading cattle, it gave me that the skills about responsibility, because I was heading our cattle. You can't lose them, that responsibility. So at a tender age, I was trained to be a leader. So it was that upbringing, and of course now with the work experience combined, that it has taken us to be where we are. And I had my struggles growing up, just like any other person. Humble beginnings, but I think what I knew from when I was still young was that I had a better life. The mindset was already there. I think maybe God was just giving that spirit to me to say, you really, you're going to do it. So it's from those humble beginnings. So the person that you are seeing today, because sometimes when people see success, they don't really see the struggles. They just see the outcome, which is the final result. No, we have been there. But let me tell you something. At a moment, at some point in life, you need to make a decision. You need to make a decision. I came to the UK in 2016. Like I told you, I graduated from the University of Zimbabwe in 2005. So I've been working for the past 15 years. But sometimes you then come to realize that things are not adding up. But human beings are not trees. You need to make a decision. And I knew that there was something that was out there, but I didn't know what it was. But I knew there was an opportunity. There is more that is out there. But let me tell you, on 22 December 2018, I am of Christian faith. I'm not imposing any faith on anyone. I know we are from different faiths, but I'm Christian. On 22 December, on 15 December, 2018, it was a midnight prayer. I'm praying with my wife, and we are saying, God, we know that you have made us to really have more and to live in abundance. We know there's something that is out there, but we don't know what it is. I knew I was not going to be rich by going to work, but I knew there was something there. So we are praying. And then the Holy Spirit impressed upon us. What you are seeing, there is a check that I wrote. I move with this check. It's exactly the same that you are seeing. It moves in my wallet because it's a testimony. You know, one of the books that I love, the Bible says, write the vision, let it be clear. Just like what you're hearing from Anand saying. The vision has to be clear so that even someone who is passing can see it. So I took my checkbook and my wife took her own checkbook. I wrote on that check, what you are seeing there is $1 million US. And let me say, ladies and gentlemen, 7 days later, that was on 22 December, I wrote this check on 15 December 2018. 7 days later, I became part of this industry called network marketing. And God he has a sense of humor. And I'm telling you, our lives have never been the same again. I've managed to save money. Sometimes if I look into my account, the money that I've saved, which I could not do for the past 15 years, but through this industry, it has made me to do certain things. Look here, guys. Dream big. You are not going to be sued. No one, I don't know maybe where you are, wherever you are in Africa, if there are jails that are there for people that are dreaming. If you are sued, I don't know where you live. If you can be sued because you are dreaming, dream big, guys. Dream big. I don't know what your dreams are in terms of finances. I don't know what your dreams are in terms of material gains. I don't know. But what I want to say to you is that dream big. Life is too short to have little. It is too short. It is too short. What is it that you are dreaming for? And I have this dream. These are my dreams. What are your dreams? What are your dreams? And let me tell you, as a man thinketh, so is he. What you think come to reality. All these things that you are seeing in the world started as a dream and they come to reality. I remember I was talking to Platinum Helen. I hope at some point I'll talk to Isaac Ben Shabbat. And God has a sense of humor, like I said. I was given that opportunity to talk to him. And I was saying, you need to know me by name. So guys, you dream, 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 and set your goals very clear. And once you have set your dreams, take action. You move, you take action. My life changed in 2019. I was watching someone from a distance, and this person is crushing this opportunity. And I'm like, I need a mentor in my life. Ruby, can you control? There's some noise. Okay, great. Guys, you need to have a mentor in your life. I'm watching our Blue Diamond session from a distance. And I'm like, how is this guy doing? How is he really making these results? But let me tell you, in your life, you need a mentor. Someone who has walked the journey. Because in our industry, guys, there are people that have experience in what we are doing. Success leave clues. There is a template for success. Who is your mentor? Who is someone who is really guiding you? And when I met Sachin, when you're seeing there, I'm holding his hand. This was in Ireland during one of the training where he was training, and I'm praying to God. I'm saying, God, I have confirmed that is a human being, and I'm going to do it. Let me tell you and assure you, the 203 people that are on this call, there is nothing, and I'm saying nothing in capital letters, that any other human being can do that you can't do. As long as there is training and you can follow the system, you can do it. And training in our industry is very important. And I also appreciate someone who has also held my hand, Platinum Helen. She's on the call, showing me the ropes. And Blue Diamond session made me to really say, he's 27 years old. And also, guys, let me tell you something. You are a reflection of your business, who you are. Personal development in our industry is very important. I read. I read a lot. You need to read. Guys, our director of training says successful people are usually just regular people who are doing the things that most people are not are afraid to do. Fear is creative. Faith is creative. You create what you fear. If you are scared of making money, you will not create it. If you want to make money, if you have faith in making money, you make it. So guys, what is it that you need to do? This is a simple formula for our business. Take a screenshot of this. I'll touch one or two things of this because I know some of our leaders are going to touch on this. This is our formula for making money. I'm building this business in 4 continents: Africa, Europe, Australia, and New Zealand, as well as America. This is the formula that has made us to build this business. This business is quite very simple. Sometimes people complicate it, but if you follow this template, I'm telling you, get there. As simple as it is, but things that are simple are usually difficult to do. I will not touch on inviting because I know someone is going to touch more in detail in terms of inviting. But let me tell you, the success story that we have made is a result of presentations. And there are different ways through which you can build this business. We have what is called Project 5000 in our team expansion worldwide. A video that was done by our Blue Diamond Session. You can use that video, edify him, send it to someone, they watch it. We also have daily team expansion Zoom presentations that we do. And we have started a system where we gather together as a team, invite for those presentations. It works. I know we are here together as Africa. Let's take certain things that work from somewhere and we use them. And we also do what we call business launches. These ones now are at individual level. We do business launches. Myself, for example, I usually do it. I sign up a new person. I do a business launch. Like you are seeing, this is one of our team members one of the person that I signed up recently. You do a flyer for them. They invite their home market. Do that within 24 hours of them signing up. That works all the time. While they are still excited, do that launch party. They introduce you to their friends and you do the presentation. So launch parties have really worked in our teams, doing the launch parties for individual members that are coming as new members. And of course, we have the main presentation that we do as a team, but the launch parties are key in terms of our business. Now, guys, because of time, I just want to really be rushing. The other thing that is important in our business in terms of our formula for financial freedom is the issue of 3-way calls. Do not underestimate this exercise. If you think that you are going to do it by yourself, you invite yourself and some of the people, they don't even trust you. You have not even succeeded in terms of your business in other areas. They don't trust you. Bring people that have experience, people that have results. 3-way calls are very important. The purpose of 3-way calls, guys, is to close guests after they've attended the presentations. It may be the business launch. It may be someone has even watched a Zoom presentation. Someone has watched even a video organized for a 3-way call. Call your upline, your leader, someone who has results. And what you do is that in terms of 3-way calls, call your leader first. Give them the background to the person that you want to bring to the call so that they know, especially myself, that's what I want. If I'm doing a 3-way call with someone, I say, give me a background so that I know the areas to hit. Once you introduce your guest, please say something good about them. I mean, there is psychology about this. Say something good about the person you're introducing to your upline leader who is doing the 3-way call with you. But do not over-edify them more than what you are going to do to your leader. Guys, let's be experts in terms of edifying. When you are edifying someone, let's say, for example, you're doing a 3-way call with our Blue Diamond Session, edify him. By the time he is talking to the guest, I'm telling you already they're in. So whoever you're doing the 3-way call, edify them so highly. You make money by edifying. I know some people are stingy with edifying. I don't know why. And this is, as you're seeing here, edification. This is the formula here. Because you need to do it's a 3-way call because the person needs you to be there for issues of trust. And I've also said, once you are doing this exercise, do not interrupt during 3-way calls. Once you have introduced your guest, your upline is talking to your guest, you do not interrupt. Do not come in at the things and show your friend that you know about the matter whatsoever. That's not the time to do so. Your upline is there to deal with, there may be objections or questions that they have. And lastly, let me talk about this in terms of this process. When I'm doing edification, I also edify our starter packages. Edify them. What do I mean by edifying our starter packs? You start with the big pack, talk about the benefits, what the person will gain and what they will lose if they don't sign up on that one. Let me tell you, I used to sign up. I think I need to get back, especially with the new shares that have been heavy to OPEX like crazy. I'm talking about the heavy to OPEX for $2,000 because you give value to them. So during that exercise, please, on three-way calls, the purpose is to close, but you need to come out of the three-way call with the person making a decision in terms of which package are they going to buy, because we're not there for entertainment. We are there to make money to build this business. So the leader who is doing the three-way call, make sure that you help your guest, sorry, your team member to help that person who is on the call to make a decision whichever package they want to buy, but edify the packages. I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about when I'm saying edify. Give the value. Consistency is the currency to success in our industry. Our Blue Diamond session is going to this now. You show the plan through the different ways that we do. You demonstrate the products. Our products, you can build this business by demonstrating. You demonstrate the products and you then show them the compensation plan and ask them, are you ready to get started? That question, it's a must. Continuously as you are doing the three, are you ready to get started? Guys, let me quickly conclude and say these things, they happen to all of us. As the leaders, we may be here and you are saying, someone is a blue diamond, is a diamond, is a platinum agent, is this and that. Do they also face challenges in this business? Yes. Yes. These things, they happen also to us. Not everyone will show up. I tell you, I can tell you stories after stories, but I'm telling you, I traveled 300 kilometers where I was promised I was going to meet a full house of people, but there was no one. But did I give up? No. Not everyone will sign up. You're going to receive more no's than yeses, but it is those few yeses that will take you there. Remember the parable of the store, the parable of the sower. Continue showing. Discipline your disappointment. Some will not pick up your calls. I have some people that are no longer wanting to talk to me now because I've introduced them to this concept. But do I care? Are they my siblings? No. Some would think you've lost your mind. My best friend, who was my friend from childhood, went to high school together, was my best man went to university together, my best man at my wedding. When I showed him this, he said, I think you're crazy. But do I care? Some will feel even insulted by you showing you this opportunity, but you continue to show. And guys, some people that you never expected that they're going to sign up, they will sign up. I'm seeing Ruby Henry is showing me to say I need to wrap up. Let me wrap up. Guys, you are going to face dream killers in your life. You need to roar like a lion. You are doing this for your family. Remember your dreams. Always go back to your vision. What is it that made you to be part of Secret? Roar like a lion. If someone wants to take away your dream, do not give up your dream. Lastly, what is my favorite product? I love everything. But let me say I love the many series. I love the many series. Of course, I love every product. The reason why I say I love every product, because there's a dilemma and a danger that sometimes if you focus on one product, you may not want to really experience all the products, because we are building this business because the people that you are going to meet, they may not love the product that you have. So experience, test each and every product. But of course, I love the MENC line. In conclusion, success is not for the chosen few, but for the few who chooses it. What is your choice, Africa? Are you choosing choice? Are you choosing success? Myself and my family, like Joshua says, we have chosen the route and the path for success. Thank you so much, Ruby Agent Henry, for giving me this opportunity to share my story and a few nuggets. Because of time, obviously, or maybe have been rushing, but I hope someone got something to take away from this training. Thank you so much.
My brother, I truly appreciate. Guys, let's give it up for my brother Aaron there for sharing such an amazing story. I hope you guys comment in the group there your nuggets as well. I saw you guys, you posted a lot of what you learned. I can see it's mainly ladies who are posting about the hair stuff. as well. Guys, we need to start using this product as well, and start enjoying these products. Right, comment up, what is it that you learned from Mr. Aaron? You need to roar like a lion. Let's take it the next level. So guys, I'm gonna fly over all the way from South Africa to Ghana, from the UK. Now we're gonna land into Ghana. This gentleman I'm gonna bring up is an amazing, gentleman. I always tell him, you know what, when he speaks, his energy is so contagious. You know, you whether you're low, you're down, you get so much pumped up. I said today, maybe I might try, but I'll never compete or get to his level. He is a professional in what he does, and he knows it, and he does it so well. And it's such an amazing guy to work with. And I'm gonna bring up this gentleman. He grew up. He's somebody who goes out there. He does his work silently and makes things happen. And he comes up and he goes to work. When he's done the work and he's got the results to show, he will show you the results. And this gentleman is based in Ghana, and they say dynamite comes in small packages. He has hit the rank of platinum. I know he's chasing up to push over himself to the next rank right now. You'll not be surprised any moment, any few hours, you can be hearing that, hang on, he is now ruby, he is now diamond, because he did not allow himself to fall down when others fall down. He kept on fighting and he kept on standing. My brother Kapute, are you on the call, my brother?
Yes, man. Yes, man. Yes, man. Definitely on the call. Greetings, Henry. What's up? I hope you can see and hear me loud and clear.
I can hear you loud and clear, my brother. Take it away.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Listen, guys, it's absolutely an honor. Henry, I thank you. I'm grateful for this platform, for this opportunity. It is such a humbling place to be able to share a platform with people that you have looked up to, people who have inspired you, people whose stories have built your foundations and lifted you up. Things that you have repeated to others because you heard Anand on some call 6 months ago, or you heard, any of the other leaders on some other platform. So I feel honored, I feel blessed, I feel absolutely, blessed to be on this platform here. Thank you very, very much. So guys, listen, my goodness, Aaron, you know what? It's amazing how we discover new people, new passion, new energy every single time. And sometimes when you just hear somebody speak, you kind of feel like this is me on the other side. Man, it was a blessing listening to you and hearing your passion and the fire that's burning in your spirit. I'm truly honored. I was taking notes here. I have my notebook right here, taking notes as well. I'm truly, truly grateful. Guys, let's do this. Very, very quickly, very straight to the point, guys. Listen, I say that, remember the first day. Remember the very first time you saw this presentation. Remember, do you remember? If you remember the first day you saw this presentation on this industry or club secret, just type the number 2. If you remember the very first day, type the number 2 on the chat. If you remember that first day, the number 2. And I want to ask you something. I want to challenge you on something. Listen, what got you to sign up on this deal? What got you to sign up? Maybe the presenter was amazing. Yes. Maybe that day you had a good day. Yes. Maybe you were feeling really down because of the realities of your life. Yes. Maybe, the products were amazing. You were excited about the skincare, the nutrition, the travel. You saw the power, the potential. Maybe it was the testimonials that were shared on the platform. Maybe it was all of those things together. But you know what? Those things get your mind ready to say yes. But what actually got you to say yes is because you had just seen a vehicle to answer the prayer you have already been praying in your spirit. What got you to say yes? What got you to pick up your card? What got you to sign up and fill those details is because you saw in this a power, a potential, a vehicle to literally answer prayers that you had already been praying in your life and in your heart? If you can relate to that, just type the number 5. If you can relate to what I'm saying, type the number 5. If you can relate that you saw in this the power to make your dreams come alive. Now you are here. Do you still remember that power? Now you are here. Do you still recognize the potential of the vehicle? On the first day you saw it, you were standing out and you were fighting and ready and eager to do whatever it took to get in. Now you are in. Do you still remember that power? When I saw this presentation, I was 38 years old. I've done everything I need to do. I work hard, I study hard. I went through my entire university, academic life, grew up with a single mother, two boys, grew up with a single mother. She was a public servant. She worked with the Ministry of Agriculture in Ghana her whole life, 30-something years of a career in one institution. And my mother did everything. We lived in public housing, but my mom decided that whatever it took to take her children and give her children the best possible education, she would do it. So she took us to private schools. It was expensive, it was difficult, it was a challenge for her. She sold everything. My mom turned our living room into a restaurant at a certain point, even though she was a manager in a public organization and being known all over there. My mom would travel to the village and bring cassava dough to Accra to sell. My mom would go to other cities and get yam and buy yam and bring it and will sell. Every Saturday, my mom had a farm in a 1 hour drive from Accra. We had a farm and we would all go to the farm on Saturdays and we'll literally work out to get stuff to bring home and to feed and keep ourselves together. And so I knew I had to work hard. I had worked hard. I'd done my best. I'd gotten good grades. I finished, secondary school. You have to go to university. Went into university, worked myself off, got a decent, grade, a second class upper. I was excited. What's the next thing? Go get a master's degree. I went out there. I got a master's degree. Went out there, started work. I'm not a lazy guy. I'm a hardworking guy. I'm a good person. I have a good heart. I have a good mind. I love people. I make people happy. I lift people up. But why is it that with all of this that I had done, I still felt empty? I still felt unfulfilled. I still felt like what was deserving of me had not come to me yet. And all of a sudden, dreams I had as a child, all of a sudden, dreams I had of the kind of quality of life I wanted to live with my family, I was beginning to excuse and to validate and to legitimize why they will never happen for me in my life. And yet, like Aaron said, in my heart, I just knew that this is not all life could be about. This is not all. I mean, what is the point of praying for God to bless you with a wife, with children? And yet, now they have come, and you can't even experience your own family. You can't even be available to your own children. You can't see them grow. You can't spend quality time in the middle of the day with the woman of your dreams. Like you can't take 2 weeks of your life and just go to an exotic place or just a good place and just have a reasonable, meaningful, worthwhile life. And I knew in my spirit, there has to be more to this. This life I'm living today, somebody has built a structure that I have been forced to fill into it, to fit into it. But the same way I'm fitting into this structure, I believe there are other structures. I believe there are other structures. There is something else there. There's a different world. There is a place where people wake up filled with joy, filled with excitement, filled with happiness. And when I saw this presentation from a stranger, introduced to that stranger by another stranger, it's funny how God works sometimes. When I was sitting there watching the presentation, I knew this is what I've been looking for. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been praying for. And we all got connected to it. And we started building the journey. And the journey has brought us all the way to where we are today. Listen, guys, it's good to get good at something. But if you're going to get good at something, you might as well get good at what is worth getting good at. I hope you heard me. If you have to get good at something, get good at something that is worth getting good at. If you have to be hardworking in your life, you might as well work hard on something that is worth working hard on. Because it's not just about working hard. It's not just about being good. You need to have the right thing to be good at it. So do you recognize today that you have the right thing? Do you recognize today that you have the power? Do you recognize today that the vehicle you prayed for is literally in your hands? Now it's time to work hard at it. Now it's time to get good at it. Because if you get good at this thing, I promise you, it will get good at surprising you every day. Did you hear the number of travels Anand talked about he used to do in 6 months? Like, think about it. You know, now I've taken it for granted. You know, Secret pays on Fridays, right? So Secret pays on Friday. So Friday I'll get an email alert. So like yesterday, I was just busy. I was hosting an event, you know, completely. And then at some point I pick up my phone, I check, and bim, there's an email notification. I mean, come on now. Do you understand the power of that? The power of that email from eWallet Secret, that your US dollar rated income has just been transferred. And you know, throughout today, tomorrow, Sunday, I'll forget about it because of the transfer and the wire. Usually it hits my account either Tuesday or Wednesday. So by Monday, my mind is off it. Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll be in some meeting, I'll be somewhere, I'll be whatever it is. Then bam, I get a bank alert. A bank alert. Listen, guys, I'm going to talk about one specific thing that is worth getting good at. And when you get good at that one thing, it will pay you for the rest of your life. But for you to understand the value and the power of getting good at that, I want to tell you a short story. A rich man, he's rich. He lives a fantastic life. His children go to the best schools. His wife goes to the best shops. He drives the best cars. He flies first class, or she. And his neighbor is struggling to put food on the table for his children. The neighbor is poor. His children are not even going to school. His wife doesn't have work. Sometimes they have to walk miles to just fetch water with a bucket and just come and take a bath. Sometimes they eat once a day. That's if they eat at all. So the poor man goes to the rich man and says, lies on the floor and says, I'm sorry, please, you've got to help me. You've got to help me to live because I'm dying. There's no point being alive if I cannot live. I'm dying. Can you help me? Tell me, what is making you rich and comfortable? And the rich man says, well, you know what? I was blessed and inherited a gold mine from my grandfather. And that gold mine has served my grandfather, has served my father, and now that gold mine is serving me. And you know what? I swore I would never release any part of this gold mine. But because of the humility you have come with, because of the passion I hear in your voice, because I feel guilty that my children are doing well and your children are not, I'm going to break my personal rule and I'm going to take a part of my gold mine and I'm going to give it to you. So he holds the hand of the poor man, takes him to his gold mine, and shows him a portion of the gold mine. And he says, listen, my brother, I may not have known you from anywhere, but from today, this part of the gold mine is yours. Go and also create your dreams and your vision. And then the poor man lifts his head, looks at the rich man in the face, and with fear, as if he says, but my brother, I don't have a shovel. He says, I don't have a shovel. If you were that rich man, what should you be thinking? You don't have a shovel? I just gave you a gold mine. I just gave you an inheritance from generations. I just put you on the path of freedom for life. Right now, I literally have given you what my life power, I've given it to you. Go and mine and change your generations forever. And you say what? You don't have a shovel? That's, I want to ask you, are you telling somebody, by the way you are doing your secret business, you are telling yourself, I don't have a shovel? By the way you are focusing, by the way you are treating your team, by the way you are not listening to your upline and the leaders, by the way you are not taking action, by the way you are making excuses, you are telling yourself, I don't have a shovel. Does it make sense to you? And I ask that in all humility, with no disrespect at all. Ask yourself. So, with that in mind, for the next 5 minutes, just to bring this to an end, I want you to understand this, that it all starts with inviting. It all starts with inviting. And Aaron has spoken about, and Ananda has spoken about the things we could look up to. This is my forever why. Everybody knows that. But it all starts with inviting. So if you are going to invite people, it's amazing that Aaron had this exact same slide in his presentation as well. So listen, guys, do not prejudge anybody. Do not prejudge anybody. The day you were praying on your knees, nobody was there. But if the person who had come to you to present to you had been wondering whether you would say yes or no, he would not have brought to you, and today you will not be here. So do not prejudge anybody. Make a list. You can take a screenshot of this. And it may seem mundane, but I promise you, if you focus on it like Anand spoke about, and you give it focus, it will yield results. Make a list of your life, put it in categories: your family, your school, your work, your church or your mosque, your gym, your party people, your social people. If every day you put 5 names under each of these categories, with 6 categories, that's already 30 names on your list for that day. Call them. Write it on a paper. I know you have a phone, and I know the numbers are on your phone, but write the list down. Make that list in a book and call them. Give a powerful invitation, because the invitation is your key to exploiting and maximizing the gold mine that secret is for you. Create curiosity and anticipation. Do not give details. Your invitation is an invitation. It's not a presentation. It's not an explanation. It's not an analysis. It is simply an invitation. Let it go with power. Let it go with energy. Let it go. Create urgency in the mind of the person and give them excitement. All you have to do that is your voice. With your voice, you can deliver that. So I pick up the phone. I'm like, hey, my friend, Henry, how you doing? Well, you know what? Listen, based on the relationship you have with the person, you can give a background or you can go straight to it. If I want to go straight to the point, I'm like, hey, Henry, listen, I really, really, really have something important I need to tell you. I have just found an amazing, amazing, amazing way that you and I together can really change our lives significantly. Now, had the opportunity to have somebody very qualified to be able to break it down, and I'm inviting a few of my closest friends to be the first people to see this. So I want you to block it. Today at 8 p.m., I'm going to send you a Zoom link. Get on that link. Let's watch together. And when we are done, I will give you a call and we'll take it forward. That is it. That is it. I have found an amazing way. I have found the answer to my prayers. Today, I discovered there is a whole new life out there, and I'm excited about it. I'm inviting a few of my closest friends to be the first ones to see it together, and then we will take it forward. Today at 8 p.m., I'm sending you the link. Make sure you don't miss it. That is your entire invitation. If you can get good at delivering this invitation, I promise you, your mind is about to yield you some crazy dollars. You are about to impact lives in a way that you would never have thought was possible. If you can get good at this, because for now, your team leader is there, your group leader is there, our leaders across the continent are there, the company is there, we will support you with all the other steps. As you grow and you get more confident, you will learn to present, you will learn to promote, you will learn to do all the other things that are required. But get good at inviting powerfully. And then, just like Aaron taught, get good at doing three-way calls. If you can invite powerfully and you can do three-way calls powerfully, all that is left is for you to put urgency and massive action. Urgency and massive action. Urgency and massive action. I promise you that you can do it. I promise you that your family is worth you doing it. My 20 minutes is up. I promise you that your generations are worth doing this well for. I promise you that the peace of mind you will enjoy, the financial freedom, the time freedom, the gratitude and the blessings that you will get from strangers you don't know, from across multiple nations, will be worth you getting good at it. So let go of your excuses. Invite every day. Do not give up, because you are standing in the gap between you and your children, you and your spouse, you and your family, you and your business, you and the future that is awaiting you. But if you do not do this, then you, just like the poor man, you are telling the rich man, I do not have a shovel. Your shovel is your invitation. And if you invite well, I promise you, a year from now, life will be different for all of us. Thank you very much. God bless you, and see you at the top. Henry, over to you, my brother.
Wow, thank you so much, my brother. So much energy there, guys. Let's show some love to Kabote. And how many of you have got your shovels? Let's see if you are ready and you have your shovel and you can see the gold mine. Show us in the call there to say, hey, I've got my shovel. You've got your shovel. You're ready to take action. You're ready to take massive action, guys. I mean, this is really powerful, guys, what's being shared here. And all we have to do, some people might not realize how powerful, I mean, what we have ourselves in front of us. So guys, I'm going to move on to get one of our next speakers now on the call to train us today. I mean, this lady, she's so dynamic. We say, you know what, dynamite comes in small packages. She's a true reflection of that particular statement. I saw her grow a business from ground zero all the way to the top. Things went down again, and she faced so many adversities in the business. It's more like you're on the field and off the pitch, you still face different challenges. But I can tell you, she did not fall down, whether off the pitch or on the pitch. She kept on playing and playing the game, and she's still playing. And I hope today I know she's not feeling so well, but she says, you know what? I'm not gonna go down. I'm gonna fight and be ready to take things to the next level. She has hit the rank of a ruby in our business now. Please, guys, let's show some love for Dynama Dise. Are you there, my sister? Are you ready for the show?
Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, my brother Henry?
Loud and clear.
Wow,
Loud and clear.
wow. Africa, how are you doing? Just show some love to my brother Kabute. I'm sitting here, I'm having my notebook. I'm not that well, but I thought when I got invited to come and literally share some few tips that has been helping me in my 7-year career, I just got super excited. I said, I'm actually gonna be coming here. But please just show some love to all the speakers from my brother Anand. I mean, Anand, I want to be like him when I grow up. We travel together, we go to all the spas, and we have so many charms. Let's give some love for Anand. Thank you so much, brother, for that. I mean, I never use the products from Secret, but today, thank you so much, sister, for literally helping someone like me, because I've got natural hair. And I just love how you explained, how you simplified being a product of a product. And then obviously we have my very brother all the way from the UK, Aaron. We love and appreciate you. You know that, brother. I mean, this guy, I never knew Aaron like this close till Secret. And thanks to Secret that, I mean, it has brought us together, and we are seeing so much amazing leaders coming. We love and appreciate you. We love you, brother. You know that we love what you're doing, and you're always saving and available to help all of us. And wow, my brother Kabute, I can't wait to come to Ghana. I think, I need to literally start coming to Ghana, because I mean, the power, the story, and I could so relate to the story of how he grew up, because exactly some of us, majority of us sitting here, we could relate to the hardships of our upbringing. And actually, I saw a lot of people, they were saying, I could actually relate to that, right? So show them some love. And obviously, our convener of the meeting, the one and only Henry, we love you, Henry. We know you're busy. You are like an agent, like all of us. You're building your business, but the fact that you still care so much about bringing the continent together and getting all of us to actually be saving, So I want to love and appreciate each and every one of you. I know that it's been a long, maybe you want to stretch, you want to stand up, you want to do something, because I'm not going to take a lot of time. Let's do that, because, I just want to be able to raise up your hands, because I know that, get your camera on. I want to say hi to you. I want to give you all the love, all the energy. Yeah, stand up, raise your hand. I don't care what you're dressed up, is the virtual meeting, but get the energy, make sure that you're ready. Be present, right? Make sure that you are present into this, right? That's what I want you to do today, I am going to do my best just to be able to offer you some of the things that has been helping me as a person, okay? So be ready for that. And because I thought today I just want to talk to you about the practicality, something that I think we talk about it a lot. Hey, what's up? Thank you so much for all the love. I'll definitely get better. Yes, I'm feeling better. Yesterday it was worse, but today I'm feeling very, very better, than yesterday. So thank you so much for all the love. How many of you right now, and I'm going to make a Q&A so that we can engage, would love to make 6 figures? 6 figures. How many of you right now, you would love to make 6 figures, right? In your first year in network marketing, please raise up your hand if it's possible. If you do believe, I just want to know, how many of you would love to make 6 figures just your first year? Some of us has been 7 years, going for the 8th year. But let me find out, do you believe it's possible for you to make a 6-figure income in this industry? Let me just find a few. Or do you believe there's people in this industry that you look up to? Hey, Dr. Maile, hey, that I haven't seen you, what's up? So, how many of you will actually, want to do that? Just raise up your hands, raise up your hand if you want that. I'm going to make this as interactive as possible, right? What if I were to give you a step-by-step to actually do that? Would you really do it? Okay, would you do it? Again, would you do it if I were to give you step-by-step? If I were to help you to make 6 figures in your network marketing career this year, will that help you? I'm sorry, I don't have my slides because I'm using my phone, because my laptop does, I'm just having challenges with my laptop. So we're gonna do that, right? So how many of you, your goal is still to make 6 figures or more online, but you aren't sure where to start? If you don't know where to start, also just make sure that say me too in the comments below, because I just want to talk about this subject that I feel it's so simple, but yet we make it so vague. Yet some of us feel very uncomfortable with it. I spoke to Henry about it yesterday when we were talking about yesterday's training and today. And I said, we really need to start helping one another and talk about that, right? So yes, I can see a lot of people are saying me too, me too, me too, because today I'm going to talk about, unlimited prospecting, how you can actually have unlimited prospecting, because unlimited prospecting is going to help you to have lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of unlimited people that you can actually talk to, because we all know and understand that our business is a numbers game. We all agree into that, right? So today I'm talking about prospecting in simple terms. We all know that it's a numbers game, but majority of us are really sitting here right now. And if you have been in network marketing for more than 7 years, like myself, maybe you're starting to feel like, you know what, I don't have enough people to talk to. Can you relate to that? Some of us, maybe we've already been in a couple of network marketing companies and we're already feeling like, who else to talk to? Can you relate to that? Some of us have, everybody that we know has already said no to us. How many of you guys have already, your friends, your family has said no to you? Like literally, when they see you, they run away. When they see your telephone, they don't answer your call. When they hear about it's Dinah again, they're like, oh my God, what about this time? Who can relate to that? How many of you can actually relate to that, right? Where you're now feeling like you're in a situation where it just feels like, who do I need to talk to? People keep telling you that, you must talk to everybody. How many of you have been told talk to everybody you sit next to, but nobody has ever actually, made it simple or tell you exactly what to do. You are using this script. Can you relate to that? Let me find it. Can you feel me? Because I can feel you, right? You've been given all these scripts and you just keep doing this script, but you kind of feel like, you know what? I'm hitting a brick wall. This is the brick wall of what I'm hitting. Who can feel that frustration? Who can feel that frustration? Who can feel that? Who can relate to what I'm talking about? Or you're just brand new, like Daniela. You're just brand new. And, Session told you, do a list of 100 people. And then on your day one, you just invited 100 people, 22 pitched, But right now you're feeling like, okay, I've already called these 100 people. Who else do I need to call? Can you relate to that? Can you relate to that? Because that's exactly what majority of us start in this business about, or this is a continuous challenge that we all face in our network marketing business, right? I mean, I've been in 7 years and I was being one of the luckiest because I worked hard to reach the top rank. But like right now, I'm at a level where I'm actually building my business again, and I'm facing exactly the same challenges that you guys are facing. And that is why today I want to tell you guys about social media. And I'll tell you why I want to talk about social media. I'm going to make it very simple for you guys, because personally for me, I want to make it for you. Things have moved. The cheese has moved. If you haven't read the book called Who Moved the Cheese, go get that book. It's as small as this. I want you to go that book today and read that book and just understand. Ladies and gentlemen, the cheese has moved. We're no longer playing in the same playing field. We are playing in a different playing field. And this is not meant to scare you, but I want to assure you, I want to give you certainty and help you with certain things that you can actually do it. Yes, the cheese have moved. Who moved the cheese actually? Who moved the cheese? Go get that book today. It's going to change everything for you, because some of us are still holding on to the ranks that we used to have when Jesus was here in this universe. Some of us still saw ourselves as the ranks that were there. Some of us are still holding on to the people that we showed whenever. Some of us are still holding to, I'm waiting for my best friend Dinah to say yes. Some of us are still waiting for our husbands to give approval. Some of us are sitting here, are still waiting for our kids to say, you can do it. No, today, I want to give you an assurance that you don't need anybody's permission, whether it's your upline, sideline, future ex, you don't need that. Today, I want you to give yourself permission to say, I'm going to win no matter what, because you do deserve that. If you want to have the type of love, the type of life that you only know that you deserve, you're the only one who's going to give it to that you. Only you, my friends. People are going to follow you when they see your strength. People are going to follow you when they see that you know what you're doing. People are only going to follow you when they see that you know what you're talking about. Or you are, so stop. So I want you to stop with the uncertainty and doubt. I want you today to come all in this opportunity, like Kabute was saying. I want today to give yourself a permission to say, no matter what, I am going to do it. I am going to be here. The naysayers, the negratons, the quitters on you, the gossipers, the blamers, the complainers, they don't matter. That's what they specialize in. I want you. You came to this training today because you are hungry to go to the next level, my friends. And today your life is never, ever going to be the same again, because that's just who we are. But let's come back to the game. Let's come back to the media. So let's come back to the social media. Why social media today? You want to be on social media, and I'm going to give you tips to do it the right way so that it doesn't overwhelm you, so that you can have continuous enough people to talk to without feeling the pressure that you're only limited to a phone book. So my topic is unlimited prospecting, because I know that once you have enough people to talk to, you are going to win big. Because if you are not on social media prospecting, you're playing this small game and you're going to take yourself out of the game. I don't want you to lose. I want you to win. Say, I want to win. Say win, type win. Yeah. We are here to play to win. We're going to play this game to win. Type win. Yeah. That is what we're going to do, right? So there is billions and billions and billions of people on social media. There are billions of people coming to social media every day. Age group, it doesn't matter. There is different platforms on social media. That's the second thing. I want you today to choose one, hear me out, one platform. What are you comfortable with? Who do you think, you can speak to? If it's Facebook, because you believe that you're more comfortable with, type Facebook for me. If it's Instagram, because you believe you're more comfortable with that, type Instagram for me. If it is TikTok, type TikTok for me. If it is Twitter, type it for me. If it is LinkedIn, type it for me. If it's Clubhouse, type it for me. What is the one platform? Because that's where we're going to start today. What is that one platform that you are comfortable with? Because what strategies I'm going to give it to you today, you're going to start implementing on that. When you are comfortable on that, you're then going to migrate to the next platform. And then from that platform, you're going to go to the next platform. Sometimes what overwhelms a lot of us is because we just want to be everywhere for everybody. You don't have to be that, my friends. You don't have to do that. Start with what we are comfortable with. I can see Rachel is saying Facebook, Dr. Maile, Nira is saying IG. What is that one platform that you are comfortable with? So this is the first thing that we're going to do when we're comfortable with it. Priyanka did a very good job. If you didn't attend that training, I will send you some of the slides because I have. You can literally private Facebook. Mel says Facebook, that's great. Facebook is good, and I'll talk about that. So I am comfortable with Instagram and Facebook, and I've recently started Clubhouse, and I'll tell you my personal experience and why am I doing that, right? So I want you to go to your profile today. Go to your profile if you haven't done the work. That's number one thing. Let's go to our profile and then let's edit our profile, right? And make sure that it looks professional. What do I mean by this? Your profile is a reflection of who you want people to relate to. Who do you want people to relate to? That is your profile. Let's look at that picture on the profile. Let's make sure that it's a picture that when we look at it, we feel confident ourselves, right? You need to write only 3 things, right? You go and look at my profile right now. My profile on Instagram and Facebook, the same picture. On my website, the same picture. Everything is the same, okay? The same picture. I'm because on Clubhouse, the same information. I am not saying what I'm saying. So let's do that. The picture needs to look good. What is good? It's up to you. You might be a traveler. You might want to have a professional thing, but I want you to be confident that when I go to your profile today, because that's what I'm going to do, I'm going to follow you guys. I want to make sure that I know what you do. Then what do you do? It's not about you. What do you do? Why do you want people to come to you? Why should I come to you as Dinah? Why should I come to Keneto's profile? Okay. So tell me why I should follow you. Tell me why I should do that. Okay, let's do that. So 3 things for me: top earner, mentor to future millionaires, pioneer of health, wealth, and travel. That's me. Simple. DM me for my information. That is me. Okay, I am that. That is what I'm that. Hashtag women, wealth, and wellness. That's what those are the things that you're gonna find on me. Hashtag 30-day challenge. Hashtag Verekam Sadi. Hashtag women supporting women. Hashtag those are the things. Travel, women, female travelers, women traveling the world. Those are the things that you're going to see, and those are the things that you're going to see on my profile. So let us make sure that our profiles speaks to that. That is one thing. The second thing that we need to do, like Anand said something, I want you to start showing your authentic self. So here's the problem with most people that I think the mistake is, you see, stop showing up for the sake of showing up. I want you to show authentically as yourself. That's what I want you to do. Why? It's because we want to build traction. We want to build people coming to you. We want people to actually come to you because that is who you are. So, for example, people will be posting things like, I don't know I don't know where they get this thing, but for example, I see a lot of people will be posting things like future husband, you know, like things that has nothing to do with why people should follow you. Like, position yourself as a credible source of information. Position yourself as a credible source of information. I'm not saying don't have fun on social media, but you guys are de-edifying yourself so much that it's scary. Like, people don't trust you because they don't know what else you're going to do. You guys are posting things that has nothing to do with who you are or what you are, right? So start posting things that are about you. If you're a mom, like for example, let me tell you something. Go to my Instagram, go to my Facebook and check this thing. How many of you can agree that, how many of you know that I'm a mother? How many of you know that I'm a mom? A single mom. How many of you know that? It is there. How many of you know that I'm a traveler? I love traveling. How many of you know that? How many of you know that I'm a mentor to many? How many of you know that I'm someone who is into wellness? How many of you know that I'm someone who's into wellness? How many of you know that, I love traveling. I'm always traveling. How many of you like that? How many of you know that I love finer things in life? It is there. It is my content. When you just go to my platform, you're not even going to struggle to find out exactly what you're going to get for me. It is because I'm intentional. So the word here about social media is intentional. Please write intentional. You see, be intentional about going to social media, because then you're going to attract your tribe. I want you to attract your tribe to you. The word is intentional. We are going to play this game of intention. Anand said it very well. What we become intentional about in our life, it is what we're going to attract into our lives. So even on social media, you know, you're going to do it. So how to stop losing online and start winning? I'm going to give you 5 tips. How to stop losing and start winning. Okay. Number 1, we are going to fix that profile. We are going to be intentional about who we want to speak with. Stop being everything to everyone. You don't have to be everything to everyone. Do not follow what Diana is doing. You don't have to be me. You don't have to be Anand. You don't have to be Kabute. You don't have to be Queen Hadassah. You don't have to be Martin or Henry Moyo. You don't have to be them. You can be yours. Who are you speaking to? Some of you guys, you might be wanting to speak to busy moms who are looking to be making an extra income. That could be your profile. You're right. You're just looking to speak to busy moms who are doing it. Some of you guys, you might be wanting to speak to students who wants to make extra income online. You know, maybe you are younger. You just want to be able to do that. Some of you might be want to be speaking to women in their 40s who wants to be looking and feeling good. Be specific about your needs. Do not shy away from that. You can never be everything for everyone. That doesn't work in this world. It doesn't work in this world, and nobody teaches us about this thing. This game is called network. So the net, you understand the net, right? The money, right? What we make, the work. For us to get to the net is because we need to do the work. Kabute and every other leader spoke to you guys about. I'm talking about the marketing. If you're not going to be a marketer in this game, you're going to lose big time. I know. In network marketing, we get in say, bring sales, build sales. You know, it's all about all this sales game, which is good. And ladies and gentlemen, you need sales and marketing to balance one another. There is no sales without a marketing. If you're not finding a way of bridging them together, you're not going to win big. You're not going to run a sustainable network marketing business. You're not going to run a global business, because that list of the people that you have, they are going to be burned out. What are you going to do? You're then going to stop doing the business. I want you to see yourself as a global brand. I want you right now to start thinking globally, because you are running a global business. But how are you going to build a global business? You're going to build it on social media. You're going to do that, right? So I'm talking about the marketing. So you need to be a brand. Guys, your company is not your brand. You are your brand, Daniela. You are your brand, Matsidi. So you are the brand. Who are you? You know, what are you bringing to the table? So I want you to do that and be intentional about the brand that you are, because you need to have a strong social media brand. And when I'm saying strong, I don't want you to feel like you need, it's not about followers, guys. I know people who have 100 followers, they're $100,000 earners. I know people that have 1,000 followers, but they are brands. Brands is not necessarily about followers. It's about you being specific and be clear and knowing that this is the messaging that you're going to do. So how do we stop losing? This is how we stop losing and we start winning. Number 1, we show up consistently. The number 1 reason that people are losing on social media is because they're very inconsistent. You need to show up consistently. What does show up consistently mean? It means you need to show up every single day. Yes, you heard me. Every single day. Because you are on social media, you need to be social. That is what it's called. You know, why are you on social media and not being social? Then don't be there, right? So when people go and check your timeline, they need to see you that you're going to, and this is very simple, and I'm going to help you with some of the ideas that can help you to show up consistently. You could literally brand your days, know exactly what to say which day, so that it becomes way easier for you. Show up consistently, ladies and gentlemen. Do not show up today and then tomorrow you're running away. You know, do not show up tomorrow and want to. And then number 2, stop talking to yourself. So stop posting posts that does not engagement. So always ask questions to people, get people to engage back to you, because if you're just posting and nobody engages back to you, is because now you're talking to Diana is talking to Diana. That doesn't work. It's not going to help you to actually do that. So I want you to do that, right? Number 2, stop spamming people. Stop spamming people, right? What do I mean? What I mean when I say stop spamming people? Yo, guys, we are all in secret and we all love secret. But come on, be smart about how you talk about your company. Stop pushing your products on people's throat that they can't even look at secret anymore. This could be people that could actually like that. Do curiosity posts. What is a curiosity post? Once a week, talk about a curiosity post. A curiosity post is like this. This is an example. Again, I'm happy to send some of this thing because I had the slides, it's just unfortunately. This is a curiosity post, one of the best. A curiosity post is not about you, but listen to a curiosity post. Super happy for my friend Hadassah, who literally struggled with skincare, you know, for a very long time. And, you know, recently started using, you know, products that has minerals from the Dead Sea, and literally her skin has just shown huge improvement in her 40s. Way to go, girl. Did you hear what I said? I did not say it's a mud soap. I did not say anything about it. I showed the before and the after of Hadassah. I'm speaking about the minerals from the Dead Sea that has given Hadassah the huge improvement in her skin. Okay, that's what I did. And forget about DM me, unless if you are already an influencer like me, like people know me, I can say DM me, because sometimes when you say DM me, it looks like, you know, you're forcing people to do that. But I'll tell you how you can do that. That is a curiosity post. That is a product curiosity post. What is the next curiosity post? Super excited for my friend, you know, Anand, you know, who has been struggling with so many health issues in her life. She couldn't sleep very well. But recently, Anand has been using some of those, you know, wellness products that are vegan, non-GMO, and he is literally excited about how finally he sleeps well, you know, and he struggled with sleep problems for years. Way to go, my friend. Did you hear what I said? That is a curiosity post. So you are saying exactly what you're doing, but not necessarily what you say. Let's look at another curiosity post. Wow, I'm so happy for my friend Hawa. I mean, Hawa struggled with natural hair. You know, as a mother of girls, you can imagine when you're a mother of girls and girls want to look and feel guilt, but suddenly she has found out all these products for natural hair that they have the minerals from the Dead Sea, and Hawa and her girls, they can't stop, you know, talking about it. And I even heard that one of her girls finally has met someone. I'm just giving an example because now the hair looks good. So guys, that is curiosity post. Let's think about another curiosity post. Super proud of my sister, Kelezo, who's a teacher. And, you know, she joined an online business and was able to literally start making an extra $200 per month as a teacher. I mean, thank you. She's so excited right now that she's able to use the $200 to supplement her income. Way to go, girl. So the curiosity post, there are other people's success stories, not necessarily your success stories, right? So you can use curiosity posts in a smart way where people can actually start following to that. So we don't spam people. We don't necessarily go to people's inboxes and then they don't even know who we are. And then, you know, people start angry at us. So let us be smart about it, right? So number 3, stop going for low-hanging fruits. Stop going for low-hanging fruits. What am I meaning? What do I mean when I talk about low-hanging fruits? So, you know, like we already have people that already have known us, or people that know what we're doing. We don't want to upset them by just making sure that, you know, we are like I said, it ties then to that, you know, like we're just putting things on their face. I don't have a problem if you like doing that, you know, go for it. If you feel like you can do that, I still do demos on my post. I still do that, but it's in a very subtle, sophisticated way. It's not in a way where people are very upset with me and all that. I did a 30-day challenge. Why did I do the 30-day challenge? It was my wellness journey. It was me and my friends' wellness journey using secret products. I shared my story every single day for 30 days. I told people what was happening. My friends did that. I shared my friends, you know, the group that were there in the 30-day challenge. I shared that testimonial. I make sure that we can actually do that. So guys, those are some of the things that I just want to quickly share with you. I can see that, you know, probably my time is almost over. So those are the 4 things that we're going to do. But how do we reach out to people? I think that's one of the things that, if I can just end up with that. So those are probably the don'ts, what you don't do, what you don't do. How do we reach out to people? So there's a couple of ways where you're going to start reaching out to people. Number 1, when you start posting content every single day, you're going to have people who start liking your post. So when somebody like your post, you're going to write them privately in their inbox to say, hey, Daniela, thank you so much for liking my approach. Truly appreciate it. That's it. That's what you're going to do it. Okay. Hey, Matsiriso, thank you for liking my post. Thank you for doing it. That's one way. They know you, they liking your post. So for me, that is warm market, because they wouldn't like my post if they're not interested in what I do. Number 2, every single day, if you're on Facebook, make sure that you wish people happy birthday. I am doing this for more than a year. Why do you want to wish people happy birthday? You want to know on your friends list who's still active, who is still not active, who needs to be deleted, who are the new people that you can edit. I add 5 people, I delete 5 people a day, because that's how I clean up my Facebook in terms of my friends. That is what you're doing. So I said, hey, some of you know that I always wish you happy birthday, wishing you all the blessings. When they come back to me, then I send them the script. I've got a quarantine script. I've got a script, and I wish I could share this. This is the script that I sent you. So let's say I said, hey, Daniela, thank you for liking my post. Truly appreciate it. And she said, sure, Diana, no problem, sister. I said, hey, Daniela, I don't know if you know what I do, but I've been working with professionals in my business, professionals and non-professionals and entrepreneurs in my business, helping them to make extra income online using social media. Let me know, listen to me, let me know if you are open to have a look at it. If not, no big deal. Let me know either way. Diana, thank you. That is my script. I have not changed that script. Every time I send someone that script, people respond to me like crazy. I don't know if you're aware of what I do. I am working non-professionals, professionals, business people, helping them to look and feel good whilst making money, part-time income, online using social media. Let me know if you're open to have a look at it. If not, no big deal. When they come, they say, not for me. I say, thank you so much. Who else do you know that is open to be making money part-time using social media if I show them how? Key, if I show them how, send them my way. I'll be grateful to show them. That is the script that I use every single day. So every day, I just send 20 people on Facebook, on Instagram, because they will block you. I just send like 5 people. And then I do the same on Clubhouse. those are the things that I'm going to do. I never, ever, 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 ever run out of people to actually talk to, okay? The other last thing that you need to know about social media. So we talk about, we're gonna post every day. We're gonna do birthdays, messages for people. When they like, we're gonna send them the message. I'm gonna share the script. We're gonna share them, we're gonna send them the message, all right, okay? If they say no, we're gonna ask for a referral because we need to write a referral on the script. And then when they say yes, we invite them to a Zoom. We either send them the link that they can have a look at it. And then from there, we do a three-way call like Aaron taught us to do. We do a three-way call with a sponsor. We close them, okay? Then we start the cycle again. That's what we're going to do, right? The one thing that you also need to do is to create a community on social media. Why do you need to create a community? You need to create a community because you need to be known for something. I'm known as a hashtag #VeraKaMsadi. Why? It's me being intentional. I'm known as a woman, wealth and wellness. Why? It's because I'm intentional. I'm known as a 30-day challenger. Why? It is because I'm intentional. So there is so many ways where you could start being smart. You want to position yourself as a voice of authority so that people always come to you for something. So I am like that, you know, so I'm always clear. I always go and create all these things because I know that. So when I say hashtag #VeraKaMsadi, all the women and men, they follow me because they know that. When I say women, wealth and wellness, all the people that want to be in that space, they follow me. When I say 30-day channel or whatever that I come up with. So create a community. Make sure that you always create a community. The other thing, last thing that I want you to do is to go live, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go live. You need to go live once a week, once a week, go live. Why do we need to go live on social media, especially on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, whatever that you're comfortable? You need to create a live so that you give value. So you see, social media works like the law of sowing and reaping. You're gonna reap what you sow. Posting and posting and posting and expecting people to come to you, whereas you don't give value, you're not going to. Today, you see, today you are learning. There's something called ALT. You learn and you teach. What you are learning, you learn, you implement and teach. Take one thing today. Take one thing today from today's training and choose a platform tonight and do a live and teach your followers something. And you know what? If I had time, I'll show you how to do a live. I'll train about it next time. But do a live. There's a simple format of actually how to do a live. So, but thank you so much, guys. I hope to see you guys on social media. I hope to see those brands coming up, because that is actually what's important. Thank you so much. Henry, is back to you. Sorry about taking time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dinah. You know what? Thank you so much for everything. Guys, let's go into the comments. Let us know your takeaway from this. I might also do a poll for myself and say, hey, when you see my social media profiles, what do you think of me? Tell me on the comment boxes as well. And whether you see me as that guy, tell me which guy do you see me as well. And let's tell the people here on this group and see how we are using this social media to the next level, guys. Tell us what is it that you got from this, and be intentional, create a community, consistency. So guys, we're running out of time now. I'm gonna quickly get one of our next trainers to come on board. This lady, I know she has been so busy, I mean, today, and for her to just squeeze, I hope she's still on the call, she's still on the line, she's able to this is how some of these leaders sacrifice, I mean, their time. I know she's been to go to so many events and being at the hospital, taking other people as well and taking care of other people. She's an amazing lady. She's a true product of the product. Whichever product you give to her, she knows how to make use of it. She knows how to become the product of the product. She's somebody who is just so friendly, open to everybody, open to work with anybody, supporting and working with so many different people. Said hit the rank of Ruby, and she's based in Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's welcome our next Ruby agent, Hadassah, Queenie Hadassah. Where are you there, my sister? I hope you've managed to make it onto the call, and where you are, I hope there is network for you to be able to connect to this one.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, I made it the call and you're looking handsome yourself, Henry. Thank you for hosting this Africa United call, one of its kind. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Guys, I just want to welcome you to our training, our very, very fast Africa Unite. Let's hear it from the people from Botswana. Let's see your hands. Are you still in the building? People from Zambia, are you still in the building? I see people from DRC, are you still in the building? People from Tanzania, are you still on the call? Let's hear it from South Africa. Are you still in the building? Oh, my neighbor, Kenya. Is Kenya still in the house? Let's hear it from Zimbabwe. Are you still in the building, Zimbabwe? Zambia? Nigeria, Ghana, my people from Ghana, are you still in the building, my brothers from Ghana? Now let's hear it from my home country, Uganda. Are you still in the building, Uganda? I hope so. So welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. Amazing, amazing, amazing training. I just want to appreciate every trainer. I'm telling you, I hope you have your book filled up with amazing, amazing nuggets. Thank you so much, Dinah, for amazingly showing us how we can do prospecting on social media. And guys, I don't know if you took note, Dinah was not well today. Most of the leaders on this call had obligations to do, but guess what? They still showed up. Because guys, I always say this, your harvest does not care if you are sick like Dinah, or if you had a mother to take to the hospital, like I just arrived, I had my mother whole morning. I told Henry I couldn't make it for the earlier time. The whole morning I was with my mother in hospital. And if you have a mother or a parent, you can't just keep on being on the call and hearing and writing notes. So I had to give her my full attention. I hope we have a recording because I missed amazing, amazing trainings. I just took a little bit from everyone. But guys, guess what? Are you hearing what is happening to every single leader? Kabute always has a wedding on Saturdays, but he showed up. I showed up even with a sick mother. And by the way, she says hi to everyone. Dinah is not well. Did you hear her? Were you hearing her voice? She's not well. I'm sure Henry had a number of things to do. Hawa, Aaron, Anand, you know, all these leaders still showed up, guys. You still have to show up for your team because, guys, guess what? When the harvest comes, it doesn't care if you were sick, if you were going through a divorce, if you had someone in hospital, what it cares about, did you plant? Did you plant? Whether in your bad times or good times, did you invite? Did you make that list? Like we have a call at 8 p.m., you know, and 9 p.m. East African time. Are you inviting? Or you're going to be on Netflix? Or you're going to be at that wedding? Or you're going to be at that brunch? Are you inviting? This is how people who want to see the results that they work for do it. This is what separates winners from second place. People who do not leave it to chance, but people who decide that whatever it takes, I'm gonna show up, just like your leaders did. They did show up. Guys, before we get into so much, guys, I have amazing things I want to talk to you in 20 minutes. But before we get to so much, I want to just start off with just showing you my most favorite product. Okay, guys, you know why the leaders are failing to tell you their exact favorite product? Because they have tested everything and they love everything. You know, they've tested everything and they love everything. Guys, I'm just in love with our products. The blue line, I use some from the blue line, green line, and red line. Of course, the nutrition, guys, you've seen my videos, my statuses. Me, I'm all about healthy lifestyle. I'm all about living life to my fullness, and that means that I have to take care of my health. But I just want to share with you, and this can be actually both for men and women. This is the Beauty Sleep Mask, and in the red line, and this is the Rehydrate Vitamin-Rich Night Cream. Guys, if you are doing this in combination, then you're going to have an amazing, amazing, amazing skin. Now, in the beginning, I was just applying a little bit of this. Now I've already used 3 tints. I've already used 3 tints. I think this is my, yes, this is my 4th tint. I've already used 4 tints. This is my 4th tint of the Beauty Slave. So in the beginning, I was just applying it the first few days. I was just applying it every single day and just a little. So when you apply just a little on a daily basis, it turns out to be a night moisturizer. But if you want the full benefit of what this is supposed to be, then you need to use a lot of it. After you've applied your night cream, whatever night cream you're using, I'm using the Rehydrate Vitamin Rich Night Cream, or if you're using the Essential, or if you're using the BSC cream or BSC lotion, after you're done using your moisturizer, then make sure that you apply this generously like a rich guy or a rich lady. You know, make sure you apply it generously and leave your skin just, you know, like, you know, shining. It looks like paint. And guess what? In the morning, you will be sending me an SMS, you know, and telling me how it actually worked. It's going to start peeling, a little bit of a peel. You're going to feel a little bit of a peel. And if you're doing that, if you're applying that intensity, you don't have to do it every single day. You can actually do it 3 times a day. So that is it with my favorite product, something that I'm loving, the 2 combinations. And it might not be Rehydrate, because I know some people are reacting to it. It could be any other moisturizer that you're using at night. So now that is out of the way, let me just share my slides. Okay, share screen. Let's go. How you doing? Did you clap for your leaders? They've done an amazing job. Thank you so much, leaders. We really, really appreciate you. And some of you have never seen this picture. Henry, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
That is Hadassah. That was.
Are you serious?
That is me. That is 2013. That is 2013. I was as heavy as I was as heavy as a cow.
I thought that was Photoshop.
This was 2000. Actually, this was August 2000. I can never forget this day. I was on the Sea of Galilee. This is just Galilee. I used to do Israel. I told many people I'd gone for a spiritual convention. So we're going to do the tour. That day we're doing the Sea of Galilee. And I stepped on the boat, and there were lots of people on the other side. And I stepped on the boat and it almost flipped. Like it almost flipped. That's how heavy I was. And the caretakers, the guys who were caretaking the boat, said, oh, they had to tell people, now, we need to balance this boat. That is how heavy I was. And when I saw that, I'm always a bubbly person, but deep inside me, I was very timid about comments and all that. But I remember on this day in August 2013, I kept thinking, I started my journey of now rethinking my goals and all that and my weight. And I kept telling myself, I'm going to eat all I can eat on this trip so that when I get back, I lose the weight, okay? And guys, guess what happened? When I came back, that was 2 weeks later, I still didn't get on my weight loss plan. I still, I did about 2 weeks and then went back to what I was doing previously. It was just so pathetic. I remember meeting friends of mine who were on this trip and they said, so how many kilos have you lost? Because I kept telling them on the trip, I'm going to lose this kilo. Wait, I'm going to lose 20 kilos. Next time you see me in 6 months, I'll have lost. And that is what I was telling everyone. And guess what? I didn't do that. 2 weeks after that, 2 weeks after, when I wasn't seeing that I was losing weight, and when I was feeling tired, making my different excuses, I went back to what I was doing. And guys, I actually gained even much more weight. So what triggered, what was the turning point for me, and some of you who have had a little bit of my story, was I go to my son's school and he's have a birthday party. When my kids were little, it was actually very cheap and cost effective to actually do the birthday parties at school. So at the school, they would arrange, they'll give you like 30 minutes, bring cake, do all these things. And we had a high table. He had his best friend and I was there, and then I go to take my seat, ladies and gentlemen. And because I was heavy, I broke the seat. Now, I was so used to doing that in restaurants. I was always breaking seats in restaurants, very, very uncomfortable sitting on flights and all that. But that still did not get me to commit to the goal of losing weight. What actually sparked it off? What actually ignited it? What actually sold me? What actually closed me was the face on my son. If you've been to schools and how rowdy kids can be, these kids just shouting and saying, "Oh, mommy, Fatu Pomula," and I'm falling, and the teachers are coming and trying to pick me up, and they're falling with me because I'm heavy, and my dress is all over the place. I was just looking at my son and the embarrassment that he had, because of what was happening, and he couldn't help me and all that. And, I said, this is a turnaround. I must do something, if not for myself. I was already having weight challenges, health issues. I was already having problems with my knees. I was already having high blood pressure. The doctor was actually worried that I could get diabetes at that age. But nothing changed until that day when I saw my son's face. And I remember saying to myself as I drove home, he was so sad. I remember saying to myself, if I can do anything if I can do this for my son and change my whole lifestyle, then I will know that I have made it in life. In Uganda, we have that phrase, like, you've made it in life. And that for me was my biggest achievement. So I go to work, but I just want to share with you some of the things that, and you can relate to them. Some of my go-to excuses, and I'm sure you can relate to them. I just go through all of them, and maybe these were some of the excuses that you have actually when you're doing the business. You can just think about it. That's different excuses that you give, either you want to lose weight and that's your goal, or you want to invite, or you want to prospect. And what are the excuses that keep coming up? For me, for my weight loss, these were the excuses that come. And I love sharing about my weight loss, because for me, in my previous company, when I hit a snag in my previous company, I remember that if I could lose, over 60 kilos, then I can hit the top rank. This has always been my reminder. Where everyone has a reminder, where everyone has like, I'm a Christian, and I always keep saying that if God did this for me, he can do it again. So if I was able to achieve, top rank, I was able to lose over 60 kilos in the time that I lost, then I can hit top rank. For me, this has always been my basis for actually going and thriving in anything that I put my mind to. So many of the things I used to say, I come from a heavy bone family. That's why I'm heavy. I'm a nursing mother. This was actually my baddest excuse, because I always felt like, because I'm a nursing mother, I have to eat more, because, I'm nursing, then I will lose weight after the baby is born. Let me eat for 2 for now, and the priority becomes the baby and the hormones. And ladies on the call, I have PMS. So let me just eat today. Let me just splurge and all that. And I used to say this, and by the way, I was an exercise person, but guess what? I used to eat more than I was exercising, I was eating much more than I was burning, So I used to say to myself, but I exercise daily. I don't know why the weight won't go. I would say things like, I don't eat much. I do one meal, or, things like that. And then I eat with the family, because in the evenings and the nights, I had to eat with the family. So that's the reason why I was packing on the calories in the night, because I was sharing the meal with the family. I have already ruined this month. Let me start next month. I will be better next month. How many of us have that excuse? Just raise your hand if you have that excuse that I have already ruined this month. Okay, the week is already on Friday. It's already Friday. I haven't invited. I'm going to go full throttle on Tuesday when the week starts, and I will do my invites on Tuesday. I can't waste this food, I can't waste this food, so I must eat it all. And I hope you will be relating with some of these excuses that I was giving, with the excuses that we are giving in the business. Oh, we don't have a warehouse, it's expensive. The taxes are too much. Guys, the products are delaying. They come after 2 or 3 days. you know, oh, now they've started a new compensation plan. Now I have not yet mastered the other compensation plan. That's why I haven't yet called my people. And, you know, lots of excuses that your teammates are giving, or yourself, actually, it could be yourself giving actually these excuses. And you're saying, there's no more motivation for me to work harder. Guys, if you are giving these excuses, trust me, you are not going to go from one level to another. I love this quote, and this quote was one of my favorite quotes actually during my weight loss journey. Long-term consistency beats short-term intensity. And this, I think you guys know this gentleman. He's a famous martial arts, he's a famous martial arts artist, and he's also an actor. And this guy, and you know his story, this guy has a legend in martial arts. And he says, for me, this was always my basis. Long-term consistency beats short-term intensity. You know, if you have somewhere you will write it, please write it. And basically what Bruce Lee was trying to tell us, that many times people, it's easy to start. You know, people, you've just joined Secrets, December, it's very easy, it's very exciting. People have started, they bought, you know, Have It All packs, they're very excited about their Have It All packs. But what about after 1 month? What happens after 1 month? Do you stop doing what you were doing to get a Have It All pack, or to get your friends on board, or to hit bronze? You know, and that's what Bruce Lee is actually talking about. He doesn't want one-time wonders. He doesn't want people who just come in and hit diamond, hit blue diamond, hit ruby, and all these ranks. You know, this quote is actually focusing on every little thing that you are doing on a daily basis. That is where we separate the winners from those in second place. People who will continue doing little by little, and it doesn't matter what is going on in their life. If the comp plan has changed and they're still trying to master it, they will continue inviting. They will actually continue prospecting. They will continue inviting. They will have new lists. Every Tuesday, they will renew their list. You know why? Because they have decided to take it a little, you know, to just make sure that they're doing just a little chunk each and every day. And gentlemen on this call, that's how you get these abs, by the way. Is Andrew on this call? That's how you get these abs. So the challenge is actually there. The challenge is in the consistency. The challenge is in not giving up. You know, and you know, many times I love to teach about this, because many times people will say, Hadassah, I'm still in. Isn't my name still in your back office? Hadassah, I'm still in, and I still active and qualified. But you see, giving up is not when you call Secret and say, I'm done, or when your account goes inactive or not qualified. Giving up is when you stop doing those little things. Like tonight, we have a call, you know, you're on a wedding. Just because you're at a wedding, you will not invite, you will not prospect. When you stop doing those little things, the things that take you to your success, the things that take you to your cycles, the things that take you to the other rank, when you stop doing the little things you're supposed to do. Today, we're actually helping. If you notice, most of the speakers were actually touching on all the 6 skills that we have to focus on as a networker, okay? When you start, you know, making excuses about today, I didn't make my call because, you know, like ladies, we have that excuse because I was on my period, I had a headache, you know, I was moody, you know, when I'm on my period, I'm moody, and ladies in my team love to use that excuse. You know, or the gentlemen, oh, you know, I'm focusing on my other business, you know, I have other businesses, Hadassah, I don't only have Secrets, hello. Guys, when you make excuses, you know, when you make excuses for your daily goals, you are not going to win. Trust me, you are not going to win. You're gonna break the rhythm. And once you break the rhythm, it's going to take you a longer time to get back that rhythm, that you know, when you start a good rhythm, when you start a good, you know, a good consistency, it's going to break that because you made an excuse on so and so day. Or today, let me just spoil myself. Let me just plunge because I made build a bonus of $500. So today I will not invite. Guys, those are the things that hold your success and they take you back from where you began. Oh, maybe we are going through a very hard time right now, winter time. You know, we're not seeing ranks popping. This is the best time to sow. This is the best time to sow, because us who are sowing, guess what? Us who are sowing are the ones going to reap for Black Friday. Guys, if you're on this call and you're not already building and strategizing for Black Friday, woe unto you, because we're gonna pop ranks, we're gonna earn money like you have never seen before. If you are on this call and you haven't yet started strategizing for Black Friday, and you think you're gonna strategize for Black Friday when it's in November, and you're going to strategize then you're going to make small wins. You're just going to make wonder wins, just one day wins. But if you've already started plowing, if you already started planting, making your list and refusing an excuse to hold your rhythm, then guys, kudos to you. Okay, so I already talked about this. People are very excited when they're starting with their light bulb moment, but how to sustain that enthusiasm? You must, it's like Dinah talked about social media. We have to be intentional. You must be intentional. You know, you must be intentional about interesting yourself on a daily basis, motivating yourself. And your leader is not going to motivate yourself. You know, you're not going, if you wake up in the morning and don't say, good morning, TAC family, my team is called Team Accelerate, so I call it TAC Global. If I don't say good morning, then that means that morning you're not going to wake up and do something. If I don't post anything, that means that morning you're not going to wake up and do something. So guys, I want to encourage us that those small little, those small little activities that we are doing, and we're not calling them small because, you know, but those are very key that lead you to amazing, you know, amazing success. So guys, let's just go through some things that can help us keep on the course of consistency, where we will not break our consistency, where we will not break our rhythm. And, you know, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, maybe Kabute spoke about your why, remembering your why, keeping your eyes, and I will not put this in details, but just remember to keep your eyes focused on why you started, you know, keep your eyes focused on why you started and decide to align everything, your emotional and all your set daily habits on that goal, okay? Then secondly, pick your battles. Don't try to win so many battles. Guys, we are not superhuman, we are not perfect, we are not gods, you know? Just make sure that you try to take a little bit of what you can accomplish. You know, some people say, make a list of 100. If you feel that is too much for you, let's start with 10 people. Let's make a list of 10 people. Let's start with tonight. Let's invite for the 8 p.m. and the 9 p.m. So don't feel like you're overwhelmed. Don't allow yourself to be overwhelmed that, oh my God, I have to make a list of 100. Just try winning, you know, one battle at a time, one activity, you know, at a time. And it will be very, very helpful on maintaining consistency. Schedule your priorities. This is a quote. This is in a book by Stephen Covey. And he talks about, you know, scheduling your priorities. The key is not to prioritize what is on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. Now, you need to understand what is the importance, and then you schedule that. If today, like for example, today, what was very important to me were two things. One was to take my mother for her review. Every 3 months she goes for a review. And the second most important thing was to be on this call and to train on this call. So everything that I was doing was scheduled around the importance of the day. And those were the two items. So everything comes later. Don't prioritize the schedule, but prioritize the importance, okay? So be also emotionally powerful. Develop emotional power to override negative feelings. Right now, we have a number of negative feelings that are going around, but have the emotional strength to say, look, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Look, I might be dropping volume, but guess what? I've been given an opportunity every Tuesday to get back that volume. So train your mind to be stronger than what is happening around you, okay? Then I love you phrase, catch the wagon. Whenever you fail, don't beat yourself that you failed and feel like now you can relax the whole year. Now you're done. I know I already talked about making sure that you do not miss You do not miss that day activity. But sometimes something may happen and it's out of your control, and probably you never invited, probably you never prospected that day. Don't beat yourselves and say that, oh, I have failed. I have failed now. I cannot catch the wagon. I cannot catch the rhythm. No, don't beat yourself. Just know that you can pick up yourself and get back on that wagon running with us. So guys, I just want to leave you with this quote, amazing quote that I love also so much, again, by Bruce Lee, and it says, I fear not the man, who has practiced 10,000 kicks, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Guys, if you can master inviting, if you can master prospecting like Dinah taught us, tonight master just one way that Kabute taught us on inviting and making a list, and make sure every single day you are inviting just that one skill. You're doing that one skill consistently. Trust me, we are going to see you and be celebrating you at the top. So thank you so much for listening to me. It was an honor and a privilege to be on stage with these incredible leaders. Henry, you're doing an amazing job. Love and kisses. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Hadassah, and for taking the time. And we hope you pray at least your mom gets well soon as well. And guys, it's not easy. People are sacrificing their time to be here. I think let's give it up to all the leaders. We have actually shared up their story. And guys, point out here on the comment your takeaway from what Hadassah has said. Are you the guy who's doing 10,000 kicks once, or you're doing the action 10,000 times? What is it? Who are you? What are you doing? So guys, I'm going to quickly invite our last speaker for today. And this gentleman, I've seen him grow his business. There was a time when we were together at a training event, and he was telling me, and he was shouting, and when we were going through this emotional moment and saying, you know what, we're going to conquer Africa. We're going to win Africa. We're going to take it over. And, I could see him speaking with that passion that at least he's ready to conquer, and he's ready not to give up to anything, but he's prepared to fight and be one of the pioneers in making things happen. So I saw this guy making things happen, and also up to a point where Uganda was now officially opened in the previous company, and now he's working so hard as well, opening up and enabling many other African countries to be opened as well. And he has hit the rank of a diamond. And ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome my brother onto the call, Mr. Martin Dio. Are you there, my brother?
Yes, I'm here, Henry. Can you hear me, bro?
I can hear you loud and clear, my brother. The floor is yours. Take it away.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for putting this together. We really are grateful that you had to, contact all the leaders on the continent to come together and put this, training together for all of us. And we truly appreciate you, brother, and getting to include everyone. Having the first ever Africa Unite training, because I don't think we've had this before. And this truly means there are great things happening. So welcome to the call for those new people who just joined our community. We are so grateful. We are so glad you are part of us, and so honored and humbled to be walking this journey with all of you. And to the trainers that have just, trained, Anand Patel, that was really incredible. And I hope every one of us really took notes. And again, Hawa from Nigeria, truly appreciate you. Product knowledge. Most of us got to see lots of more stuff that we hadn't even really realized, especially with the hair care. And for Aaron in the UK, brother, you nailed it, and thank you so much. Thanks for your leadership. My brother Kabute, my MC. Wow, truly inspirational, and you are just an amazing leader. Super proud of you. Dinah Madise, the Energizer Bunny. Wow. Dinah, you are incredible in your own way, and we truly love you. Hadassah, what a story, what a story. When I saw you getting to balance the boat, I said, wow, okay, so now, and I mean, Hadassah, you are just one incredible leader, and I'm so proud of you, and, you know, walking this journey with you has always been, you know, something that I treasure. And thanks to everyone for staying the course up to this point. So for the new people that have just, you know, joined our community, so Ndiho Martin is my name, and I am a statistician by profession. And so I got involved with this industry 6 years ago. I got to see this through a complete stranger. This was a Kenyan guy who came and shared this with me, first of all, on Facebook. Diana talked about social media and how you get to get in touch with people. So through Facebook, this gentleman got in touch with me, and I did what every normal person would do. I avoided him because at the time I was running 2 serious companies, doing really well. I wasn't complaining. You know how you're running your company, you're running your business, and you feel you are there, or you feel you have arrived, just like Hadassah said. So that's where I was. And deep down, only I knew what was going on. You know, you will have a job, you will have a company you're running. Looking at you from the outside, people will admire you. People will admire what you're doing. You will, you know, but from the inside, you will know exactly what you're going through. Now, that is where I was. So I was drowning in debt. Now, looking at me from the outside, anyone would admire what I was doing. And so many people are going through the same. You have a very wonderful job out there, but I mean, you probably drive a very powerful car, you're staying in a very great homestead or anything like that, but you are probably drowning in debt, and the debt never gets to be written anywhere. That no one gets to know what you're going through inside, especially financially, you know. But then you want to look on the outside, you want to definitely look the one, and that is where most people really, that is the trap that most people get into. And that is where I was at the time. And I didn't really want to swallow it. I didn't want to put it out there when this gentleman got in touch with me. So I avoided him. I didn't pay attention to what he was telling me. Now, he eventually came to Uganda, and he was sharing the same concept with quite a number of people. And he constantly invited me, and the venue that he was using, you know, inviting you there, it's a place that is tricky with regards to, you know, parking and all that stuff. And I'm thinking, now today, no, I'm busy. So I didn't show up until eventually I asked him to come to my office. Little did I know he would even make it. He made it to my office and shared the concept with me. Now, I was blown away, because when I saw it, I don't know if you've all experienced this, but when Kabute was talking, I realized he experienced what I experienced in the beginning when I saw the concept. I realized this was something that I needed in life, that I had been looking for. I wanted it, but I had no clue how it looked like. And I did not know how it would come to me looking like. So in my mind, what I had was completely different. But when I saw it, I immediately clicked, this was it. And I got started immediately. So it didn't matter to me. He came here, he met about 60 plus people. No one said yes to the industry, to the company, probably, you know, to the very company that he was presenting. No one said yes. And getting to see that, and personally, I had never ever been involved in this industry, and getting to hear that some people rejected him, and I'm thinking, okay, so if people rejected him, why should I be the first person to accept? But to me, it was the connection, and I don't even know how to describe that kind of feeling, but that was it for me. I got in, started, first Ugandan to get started. That was 2015 in February. Got started and started talking to people. Family rejected me. My best friend said no. Everyone said no. I'm like, okay, this must be some wrong thing that I'm doing. Did I get duped or what? But I still remembered why I started. And I'm sure one of the trainers talked about always remembering why you started. And that is what drove me. I always remembered why I started, and that is where I never gave up. Even when I was rejected by my closest of friends, my family members, they all rejected me. And in fact, they even had to have a meeting about me, saying I was going crazy. And recently, one of the leaders in Ghana, that's Dr. Boyson, a PhD holder, someone just told him, a PhD holder, how could you be doing something like this? I mean, people do not know what they do not know, so I kept on, and surprisingly, I landed on people that actually felt the same way. They saw it, they picked it up, and we moved together. There's always going to be people that come in and people that quit. Quitters just do one thing, they'll always quit. And when they come in, their job is to quit. So when they quit, what you always need to know is just have zero emotional attachment. And that is what happened. So when they quit in the beginning, it was hard until, of course, I got to go to these, personal development trainings by Marcus Setter, and, also getting to hear lots of stories from different leaders. So it helped me build my confidence and getting to that level of having zero emotional attachment, because it was affecting me badly. And the moment I got to realize this is not for everyone, and when I got to realize, this is not for the chosen few, but for the few that choose, then I understood entirely that not all of us are going to see what we are meant to see. And of course, if God sends you a blessing, you only you can see it. Okay, no one else can see it. So when you see it and you appreciate it and you understand it, just embrace it and run with it. Now, anyone else coming to tell you, to talk you out of it, they are looking at their own and comparing it with yourself. Now, if you have made a decision to get here and run with this, that is it. Whatever you see, go for it. Don't even listen to any other person telling you anything on the side. And that is where I was. My family discussing me in a meeting, telling me, hey, what is wrong with this guy? What is wrong? And eventually, to make matters worse, I closed all my companies. I closed the 2 companies to go all in on something that they were still trying to understand. And to them, that was ridiculous. But I knew what I had seen, and I was going for my goals and dreams, because guess what? None of these guys would even come up to say, I'm paying tuition for your child, or I'm giving you money for a whole week. None of them. They'll just keep talking about you, advising you on what to do, but they never come up to even save you when you're in problems. So I decided, this is my life and I'm going to own it. This is my life and I am going to do what it takes to make myself better. And that is what everyone needs to do. See, you don't have to look at what people perceive of you when they look at you. See, I don't know about you, but for me, where I come from, see, if you have a family meeting, you're seated right there. Now, if you are a broke person, if you're broke, even if you try to bring out some valid point, everyone will look at you like you're trying to cause confusion within the family, right? And you will look at someone who is really, maybe well off, and they have some dimes, some money, and even when they bring out a point that is really useless, but it will be upheld just because they have the money. They'll be listened to. But if you're broke, anything you say will be looked at like you're causing confusion. So if that is you, that is where I was. And I decided I was never going to live my life like that. So I decided to get away from, to close out everyone, and started to focus on this. So the key word there was focus. I decided to focus on my business. I decided to run with my business. I cut out so many things, so many parties, all those gatherings. I cut them out for a while, for a period. And I remember giving myself 2 years at the time. And I said, I'm going to run with this for 2 years. No birthday parties, no weddings, no nothing. And I decided I was going to change my life. And that's exactly what I did. So I ran with it. And some, you know, ever thought about you having your phone and you're not receiving calls and you're wondering, maybe I should start calling these people to see why they're not calling me. I mean, we've not been in touch for a while. Now, instead of looking at it that way, that your phone is not received, or if you ever realize you're the only person that calls people, just so you know, they don't care about you. Like, why wouldn't they call you? Why must you be the person that calls them all the time? So I decided to get lost for a year, and someone calls you after, you're like, wow, you're so lost. I'm like, come on, my phone has been on. You have my number. You haven't dialed it. So I decided to cut out everyone, and the only people that I would call would be prospects. I would prospect online, on Facebook, and I would get people, I would call them. I call them. Now I started creating another family. Now this is what I call family. This is what I call family, because a day cannot pass without receiving a call from Kabute, from, you know, Boyson, from Hadassah, from, you know, these are people that have turned into family, you know, but there are some family members that I've not even seen in years. There's some family members that I've not received their calls in years, all right? And if you're to meet, most cases, you only meet at funerals, maybe if there's a function, a family function. That is when you meet most people. Yes, they always know you're there. They will always know you're there. But I mean, come on, like when you come to think about it, it's ridiculous. So you need to understand sometimes that it is all about your goals and dreams, you and the people closest to you. Closest to you could be your kids, you know what I mean? Like could be your kids. So the moment I cut that out and decided to go for my goals and dreams, I understood what I needed to do to change my life, and I went for that, yeah? So, and of course, eventually, you know, I went on, you know, to get to the top rank in the company. Then we switched this year. Last year in December, we had to change companies, you know, we had to get into secret. And this, I mean, to me, I believe all the last 5 years were preparing me to get into where we are right now. I don't know about you, but to me, that is what my belief is. And I know, and I want to believe all of us that moved from the other one to this one, that one was preparing us for this. We are just on ground level. We are on the ground level, and it's about to explode. Now, it is what you want to take. It is what you want to do in life. It is how you want to change your life right now that will determine the efforts that you will put into for you to get to change your life. See, if you sit back and just watch, if you sit back and only, you know, watch what people are doing and you don't put in the action. I mean, after getting this amazing training from all these incredible leaders, obviously, if you've learned a thing or two, and again, I will say this, see, you can have all the information and the tools in the world, but if you don't genuinely believe in yourself, it is useless. If you don't believe in yourself, it is useless. And if you don't implement this information that you've gotten today, if you don't put in the work, if you don't, you know, get to doing the work that you're supposed to do, then it is useless. Don't be the kind of person that is going to have a PhD in personal development, but you can't even invite. Yes, you'll develop yourself, and you'll know all the quotes, you'll know everything. You'll be a good speaker, but as long as you don't invite, you don't present or demo, nothing is gonna happen, okay? So you need to first of all, believe in yourself, believe that you can do it. Yeah, this is a whole new company. We are going to see lots of new leaders that will come through. So do not think that some people who were leaders the other side are going to be leaders this side. No, that's not how it works. This is completely new, completely new. Yeah, so just believe in yourself and believe you can surpass everyone. See, you can look up to the leaders, you can respect them, but never ever think that you can surpass them. because you can do that. You can do that. All of us we have 8 billion people, or is it 7 billion people open to all of us? So the one that reaches out to the most number of people is the one that will win. It's not like someone who was already there. Yes, those are the ones that have to first move and then you move. No way. Believe in yourself and you'll go ahead and take over this world, all right? Especially this continent of Africa. It is so fresh. So fresh. We just have a couple of countries, and we just got 4 more countries. That is more people getting in. And all we have to do is go out there and grab market share. Just go grab market share. Okay, so let me, I didn't really put any slides together, but let me see if I can share something small. Just a second. So let me really talk about closing. You know, closing. See, the best way to present or demo here is to just go ahead and do the demo or do a presentation. So you're not doing. It depends how many presentations are you doing a day, like how many presentations are you doing. So you might not necessarily be the person that does presentations or even demos, but right now, since most of our presentations are on Zoom, be the master inviter. Be the master inviter. Invite as many people as you can, because what is the worst thing that will happen? Someone saying no. But if you invite every single person to get on, you are going to get lucky and land on someone who is already looking for something like this. So just do it. Consistency. Hadassah told us about consistency. Just be consistent. Don't lose the energy. Don't lose, if you lose energy, just take some energy, right? Just take some energy and keep inviting. But remember, a presentation can be good, a demo can be good, and you can invite hundreds of people and they jump on the call, they get to see the presentation, but if you do not close, you will have work for free. If you do not close them, you will have worked for free. But here is the mindset to closing. The number 1 rule you need to have is to have fun. That's the number 1 rule. Just have fun doing it. Have fun. Have zero emotional attachment to the outcome. So when you stop being afraid of the no, then you start getting the yeses. But most of us do not really go ahead to close because you're like, so what if I ask them to join and they say no, and you are afraid of the no? So I used to, and I obviously feel you on that because I used to be in the same place. I used to fear anyone saying no to me. But once my family, my extended family say no, once my 6 best friends, by saying best friends, these are guys I went with in school, and we got done with school, and we, even after we started working, we would hang out all the time. We were really tight. Now, when they also said no to me, at that point, there's no that really, really affected me. Like, you could say no, I'll move on to the next, no problem. All right. So I developed, my brother Kapute likes to say, a thick skin of a rhino. You say no, no problem. I won't even remember you tomorrow. That's it. So convince yourself that you'll have to close. Show them how to feel. Be excited. Show them how you feel. Be excited. Be excited when you're doing the closing. Convince yourself that you love to close. Now, most of us, the moment you say, I don't like to invite, I don't like to close, it's going to affect you. Trust me. And also, even if you hear it from someone else telling you, that energy will rub off you. If anyone ever tells you that and you feel you get affected by it, just tell them, hey, no, come on, you just need to feel and think positive. There's nothing like a negative thought that is going to really impact your life in a positive way. Every negative thought will always impact your life negatively. So convince yourself you'll have to close. Yeah, you might not necessarily love to close, but just convince yourself that you do. Show them how you feel. They need to know you are committed. That's number 1. Don't be a jack of all trades. Don't come today talking about coins. Don't come tomorrow talking about these. Tomorrow, the other day, talking about this. You're like, hey, by the way, this thing. Oh, come on. Like the moment they realize you're not committed, people will run away from you. Okay, people will run away from you. Now, you might even just stay committed and you just stay, you are doing the thing and you're showing commitment to doing this. And someone might just come out of the blues and say, wow, but I've seen you do this for all these years. I think you are the right person to follow. And that's someone who has gone ahead and tested lots of other things and they've failed at all of them. And then they realize you are sticking to one and you are actually winning. And they could come and just join you. It happens. All right. Now, the closing also starts with the invite, by the way. How you invite also matters. If you invite and you have zero energy, the person might not really, they might just jump on the call, but, they'll be like, but this person didn't really show why I should be on the call. All right. So the closing starts right from the invite and how you get to follow up with that as well. Okay. Posture is everything. Posture is everything. Understand what you have your hands on. Understand what you have your hands on right now. Okay. Not so many people have an opportunity like this. I mean, if you put in the work and every week you're getting a check of not less than maybe 100, maybe 200, maybe $300. I mean, if you're in Uganda, that is some good amount of money to earn weekly. That's weekly. Most people get that in months. Okay. So posture is everything. Now, here are the fundamentals. All right. Now, always assume that 100% they are going to join and 100% that they will be either a builder or, that they'll be a customer for life or anything like that, really, like with regards to our concept. So you need to always assume they're going to join. Like, you don't ask someone like, oh man, are they going to join? Like, the moment you have those doubts in your mind, someone might never join because they will see fear in you. They'll see fear, they'll smell fear, like, they'll smell desperation like a dog smells fear, right? So the three things they want to know are these. One, they want to know, does it really work? Does it really work? The second thing is, can I do it? So they'll be asking themselves, does it really work? Okay, fine. So if it works, can I really do it? So you need to show them that they can do it because, I mean, through testimonies or anything like that, they will be able to see that if other people can do it, then surely they should be able to do it. And of course, by you telling them there's a simple system to follow, that will be so easy. But the other thing is, will you help me? Because getting into a new venture like this, some people might not necessarily, have the expertise, but if they know that they will get help from you or the leaders, then it is good for them. And they will look at all these three reasons for joining and they'll make a decision. But never at any single point in time ask, after the presentation, do not ask, what do you think? What do you think will change everything for you? Because if you ask someone what they think, that is when they'll say, well, I'm thinking of sparing my money. I'm thinking of saving my money and running away from you, So don't ask that. So here is what you can ask. And again, the number one reason people don't join is because they are not asked. The number two reason, the second reason people don't join is you didn't create a sense of urgency, okay? A sense of urgency. In that also comes out with your excitement as you are making the closing, right? So after the presentation, you can call your guest over the phone or WhatsApp, ask them if they are ready to get started. Close them to get started right away and agree, or if they are not starting right away, agree on a date to follow up. Now, following up is a whole different, training on its own, but just always, when you agree on a date, just make sure you call them back. You call them at that or on that date. Now, most people will, some people might not pick your call, but just don't give up. Because if this guy that enrolled me into this industry if he hadn't followed up on me, I probably would never have seen this. I would never have seen this, all right? But he kept following up. And I'm sure most of you have, gone through the same. If someone had not really followed up on you, you probably wouldn't be here. So here is what you say. You're in, right? That is how you close. You're in, right? If you're together, I mean, it's social distancing and no, physical contact. So, but you can say, you're in, right? So are you ready to get started? Oh, let's get you started, okay? Okay, let's get you started. Okay. All right. So several ways through which you can say it. And again, you can also say after the presentation, you could say, interesting, right? What did you like best? The skincare, the nutrition, or the travel? Okay. Now, we are so blessed that our products actually, in most cases, if you do a demo, someone will go like, wow, especially like the peeling gel. If you do a peeling gel, someone will be like, wow. Now, it is hard for anyone to say, wow. And then when you're telling them to get started, they say, no, not today. Like, how do you say wow and then say no? You know, we are making it so hard for people to have more objections out there, because if they do the nutrition and they get to see the nutrition, see, the beauty about our products is, you know, the skincare gives you instant results. The nutrition as well, like the recovery, you will get the results in a very short time, okay? You'll get the results in a short time. And of course, for the travel, yes, people could argue out that, you know, the world is, you know, the COVID, everything happening, but the skincare and nutrition right now, so when we get the travel 100%, it's game over. Because how do you say wow and then say no? Like, really? I don't see that happen. You don't say wow, you don't get wowed and then you say no. So here is your to-do list. Basically, I think I had Dinah Madisa, my sister, talk about you having a to-do list. So this is your to-do list. Every day, attack the day like you're going to win. This should be your to-do list. Every single freaking day, go out there and win big and just win, okay? However, this is what you need to understand in your journey of network marketing. There's that first phase of initial excitement when you get in. You are freaking excited. You're like, wow, this is it. I'm gonna make millions of dollars. I'm going to make a lot of money. So at that point, you're inviting with excitement. And along the way, of course, you're getting some disappointments. Now that's phase two. You start getting some disappointments, some challenges. People are not signing up. People are seeing the presentation. They're excited. They're not signing up. And you're beginning to think, wow, I just had dreams of, you know, making millions of dollars. But now at the rate at which people are not signing up, I might not see that. See, people come in here and they want to be millionaires in 3 months, in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. But most of them have worked for 10 years. And they're not millionaires yet. But they come here for 2-3 months, they suddenly want to be millionaires because they've seen the possibility. Yes, we understand. You know, when you're employed, you don't get to see that. You don't get to see if you're ever going to make $1 million in a month. That's not possible. All right. So I guess that is what keeps them comfortable. But here you get to see the possibility and you suddenly lose focus. Now, when you get a couple of disappointments and challenges, those are meant to build you. Now, there's that critical point that you get at. Now, at that point, all of us have gotten to that point. If you are new and you've just joined us, at that point is going to come. Now, that is when you make the most important decision in your life, the most important decision in your network marketing career. Now, at that point, you either choose to quit, you know, or you jump into, you think you've failed and you want to jump into another company, or you want to try out another company. That is the point, okay? But if you go past that critical point, then you're ready to fight for success. And that will lead you to financial freedom. My critical point came in November 2015 when I was into this industry. And I lost an organization of 380 people. And I literally stayed with just 2 people. That was my critical point. So many times I wanted to quit at that point. But I decided to keep going because I had seen what I had seen and I could not unsee what I had seen. So I knew at some point I mean, the fact that I could get these 380 people, I knew it wasn't hard to get 380 people more. So, and that is why I went ahead to push through, and 2016 started building like crazy. And that was at the point where I decided, well, a no has got nothing to do with me. Anyone says no, no problem. I'm going on to the next person. I'm going on to the next person. And I kept focusing. I kept my focus in check. So that point is very critical. So, and that will lead you to financial freedom if you go past that point. See, winners never quit, but guess what? Quitters never win. You need to have this. You need to say to yourself, I owe it to myself to be consistent. I owe it to myself to be disciplined. I owe it to myself to stay focused, because guess what? No one is coming to rescue you. No one is coming to save you if you don't save yourself. Nobody is going to come for you. And again, some people want it to happen. Some people wish it would happen, but others make it happen. Others go ahead and make it happen. So if you are there wanting it to happen but doing nothing, or if you're there wishing it would happen and you would wake up one morning and you have $1 million in your bank account, guess what? It is only the simplest thing for you to do is to invite, to present, to close, and train. That's it. It is very simple. The system is in place. The system is in place. And you just have to go out there and make it happen. Okay? Now, but this is how you get there. This is how you get to residual income. Just be coachable, be teachable, be reachable, be a pleasure to work with. And just never quit. Be a pleasure to work with. Be coachable, be teachable. The first time I had these words, being coachable, being teachable, like be coachable, be teachable. What is that? Be coachable, be teachable. Okay. See, if you come in here and you achieve super fast, supersonic speed, at a supersonic speed, if you achieve success like super fast, I mean, don't be too quick to start thinking you have it all. Because the people that you've learned from could know a thing or two. You know, most people could actually help you. I mean, I had one of the leaders, like, you know, last year grew at a supersonic speed. But then you got to the pinnacle, but never really, within that period, never really faced any adversity. And that really affected him when adversity came, because it came in huge amounts and just couldn't take it. You know, he just couldn't take it. It happens. It's going to happen. But what you need to do, if you stay coachable, stay teachable, and be humble, by the way, just be humble. And I promise you, you will win big. Just be humble. See, 90% of the people give up on their dreams inches from the finish line. Just like this picture right there. Just like that picture. Look at that gentleman below. Almost there, and they give up. There are people that you look at. When we moved into Secret, there are people that I so quit. I'm like, really? Like, how do you do that? You are closing in on something great and you just give up, inches to success, and you just give up. But you see the person who is even not anywhere close, they're still going. Now at that point, you start blaming God. See, God is just looking at you and just smiling and laughing. It's like, what's wrong with this guy? Like, I've given you everything. Like, what do you want me? Like, seriously, you know, we give God a hard time sometimes. We give God a hard time. You pray upon prayers. You're praying upon prayers. You're praying for an opportunity. The opportunity comes to you. All you need to do is just keep going, and you go, you are super close and you give up. Like, man, God has challenges, I believe. I don't know about that, but I believe he has challenges as well. So this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. Turn on the focus, turn on the motivation, the dedication, switch off all excuses, turn off all the excuses and go out there and win big, because you have everything. You have everything. Just go ahead and finish strong. So here is what Kabute just told us earlier, and this is what I'm going to close with. Isaac says, I'm giving Africa 10% of my $300 trillion, this inheritance. That is secret. That is the gold mine that we have right there. I mean, I give this credit. I give credit to Kabute and also Dr. Boyson. I think Dr. Boyson puts these things together. I wonder how he does his thing, and you as an African, you're like, well, thank you, Isaac. Thank you. We are so grateful for secret. But you don't have a shovel. See, the shovel here, you don't want to do the simple basic things. You don't want to invite. You don't want to present. You don't want to demo. You are looking at the $50 for Club Secret to keep you active, and you're thinking, no. Travel is not yet open. Why should I be this? Travel is not, come on. The $50 monthly subscription could be the shovel to keep you active. And you say, no, I don't have that $50. But you spend that money every single day on things you will never even remember, on things you won't even have, things you won't even see a couple of days later. Okay, so this is where I get to close. I believe my time is up, and I'm truly grateful to share this platform with all these incredible leaders and getting to learn from each and every one of you. And I can't wait to have another call where we'll have another set of leaders, and we will always be in student mode and getting to learn from each and every one of you. But I'm so glad that this has been put together. Henry Moyo, all the credit goes to you. We thank you, brother, and thanks so much for what you do for all of us in Africa. Thanks to the leadership, thanks to everyone that is really fighting for their goals and dreams, and in order for us to change the world and change lots of people's lives. And we are in this together. We are going together. We are just getting started. Country after country after country after country. Let's go. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. I truly appreciate you guys. I mean, all the leaders being on this call and making it happen. Guys, comment on the group there. What is it that you have just learned right now, and take action? You know what? When I was talking, I just realized, hang on, I sometimes forget to follow up. I'm just too busy going from this. And I remembered I followed up on somebody right now when he talked about somebody following up Martin, and I signed up the person right now. Whilst he said, the guy said he wanted to be part of it by dinner money, and then I said, you know what? I never followed up, and I followed up right now whilst you were talking, my brother. I just got to sign up right now, and just because I applied, I just implemented. Okay, you guys might just think I'm talking. Let me see if I can share my screen, because people might just think, oh yeah, you were just talking. I just signed up this person right now whilst you were just talking here right now. Says bam, and because I just implemented. So we're also students here. I realized, hey, my follow-up is no longer as good as I used to do. So guys, implement. Tell us, what is it that you've learned today? We had a long day today. There's so many things these guys have covered. Please, I want to hear from here. What is it that at least you'll find from all these leaders? What is your takeaway from today? You know what? Starting with Anand. What's your takeaway from Anand? What is it that you're going to take away from what Hawa shared? All these leaders have shared. What is it that Aaron shared today? Whatever, all these leaders, all of them, they hit each one of us differently. Maybe you didn't get anything from one of the leaders, but there's one leader, one person who hit you to say, hang on, take this away. What is it that you got from Aaron? What is it that you got from Kabute? What is it that you got from my sister Dinah? What is it that you got from Hadassah? What is it that you got from Martin? We need to stop being fantasizers. We need to start being dream builders and start building our dreams and taking the action. So tonight, there will be a presentation. I mean, the details will be posted in all the various groups later on tonight, with Anand presenting for us tonight at 8 p.m. South African time. which is almost like 7 p.m. Nigerian time, and you can start taking action and start inviting for this particular meeting tonight. Let's pack it. Let's take it to the next level. And this could be a turning moment. Be a new member starting today and said, you know what, let me forget about what has ever happened in the past. Let's use our past for lessons. Let's not start celebrating and being affected by our past. Let's create a new history. Let's start creating a new future for us today. Let's implement everything all these leaders have shared. So guys, I want to thank, please show your love to all these leaders for sacrificing their times. And also I want to thank you guys. This is not a Henry Moyo project. This is an Africa project. All these leaders saying, hey, let's just come together. Let's say different messages, because I know sometimes if I keep on talking to my team members, none of them will continue to hear me, but I know some of them now had the same message, different message from different voices. It's got a big impact onto the team. So guys, this is your time to start taking action right now. And I'm telling you right now, I mean, being part of this industry, being part of this company, I mean, when I joined the company WV, people you would pay, or we will pay, you were paying more than what people are paying right now. I want you guys to understand, what you would get at that moment was air. You'd pay like you're joining a gym membership fee, because you'll get nothing. You go to the website, there was nothing. I can tell you there was nothing. What we bought was the vision. What we bought was the vision, and what these leaders were saying is gonna happen. And I can tell you right now, what they were telling us to happen almost 9 years back, it's come to the truth. I can't believe it now. Somebody joined this company, they get points, they get a product, they get everything. We paid, we got air. So you are coming in at the right moment. If you can't sell this deal, you can't sell anything to yourself. You need to sell this to yourself. Buy the product, enjoy the product, have fun, guys. This is the biggest gold mine I've ever seen. The others, in fact, the gold is real now. We can touch it, we can feel it. Initially, people were telling me about the gold, that you're gonna get the gold, you're gonna mine the gold. Now we have the gold. Now let's take this to the next level. Thank you so much, guys. I just want you guys to have, you know, the best of the best. Let's take your weekend to the next level, and let's build up this to the next level. And I can't wait to see you guys next time, sharing your stories here as well, and being part of this call and taking the next level. So to all the leaders, I truly appreciate. To everybody who stayed on this call, let's go out there and implement what we have learned. God bless you guys. And let me see, we're gonna allow you guys, and so that those who wanna talk, you can unmute yourself, and you'll be able to shout out to all the leaders, show them your love, and God bless you guys. Have a wonderful weekend.
God bless you, everybody. Thank you,
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Adessa. Thank you.